Hey guys, what is up? The NeoCubist here. Welcome to episode 17 of my Minecraft Hardcore Let's Play on 1.21.4. Okay, so what have I done between this episode and last? I've sat at the gold farm a lot. It's actually been like quite a few days since I recorded last. I was trying to repair my pickaxe because, as you can see, I've been digging this out, but it costs 34 levels, so I think it's probably just time we make a new pickaxe, which we already did, but we'll have to go enchant it. I sat on my blaze farm for a while. We have 117 levels, but I've been digging this out in hopes that we can find a slime farm, or a slime chunk we can make a slime farm in. And as you can see, I just did kind of chunks. So there's 3 chunks going in this direction. So hopefully, I mean, eventually we will find one. It's just a matter of how long is that going to take. It could take a good bit. So you can see we've gotten quite a few resources. And then everything in here is what we've gotten. I'm just going to leave that, guys, we have so many diamonds. I'm just going to leave everything we find from this chunk in here to prove that this is a good idea. Which is usually, usually you have to prove that things are good ideas if they're, inherently a good idea, right? It's not a waste of time, okay, I promise. So I made little go bags, right? So this is my, I think I need to take out some of the diamonds in there. So this is my little go bag right here. It's my repair kit. So I carry this around. I have an anvil. I have sticks in that one. I have wood in this one. So basically just little kits of stuff. This is for torches, and it's just super helpful. And, I don't think it's too bad of an idea. I had also sat at my spider farm for a little bit, which, if you can recall, this is at my tertiary base, which, thank you for the comment. Someone told me that if it's your third base, it'd be your tertiary base. So we have a second outpost and a tertiary outpost, and that's the one we're at, the third one. And, yeah, I sat at the spider farm for a little bit. I didn't make any changes here. This thing, honestly, is kind of a death trap. I almost died accidentally because I didn't realize poison was ticking. And the spider swung at me, and I was very close to death, so that was not fun. So let's get our way up this ladder, and let's get into our comment question of the day. And this comes from Inside Matt's Confidential. And they said, "Hi, Neo. My name is Matt, and I've been watching you for 4 years." Which, thank you for watching me for that long. I don't know how you could stay on me. I appreciate it. And my question to you is, if you were Mojang and you could add anything to Minecraft, what would it be? Matt, that's a very good question, and I have a good answer for you. The best answer and the only answer. I'm just going to name off a list. First of all, I would add something similar to the Aether. So King B-Dogs was the original mod author of the Aether mod, if you guys remember. The glowstone portal, Sky Dimension. I think that would be a beautiful addition to the game. We have the end, which I'd envision it like this, right? Let me get up here. Come on. Why did I film this ladder? I don't know. I need like 4 blocks, okay? So we have the Nether down here, and then we have the overworld, and then we would have like the Aether / Sky Dimension, and then on top of that would be the end, right? And that would be, not the order of progression, but where they are in the world. I think it would fit, even though we have an end dimension having a, Skylands right below that. But yeah, I think that's something I would definitely add. Another thing is I would rework the end a little bit, add some features to the end, because right now it's just super boring. Like, the end there's nothing there except the end cities. So thank you for your question. And if you want to get your question featured in the next episode, just leave it down in the comments below. Set up full auto piglin trading at Nether roof gold farm. I do want to do this, and I read in a comment, someone said they have like 20 piglins just sitting in one spot, and I think that's a really good idea, and we could output a ton of stuff in there. Like, I just have a stack of gold blocks in here. So I sat in my gold farm for like a long time, like a couple days at least. Dude, I had to make a separate chest for our gold back at our secondary outpost. Let's go check it out. I'm going to take the minecart there. You don't really need to watch it unless you really want to, which I'm not going to let you because I'm going to skip it. So I'll meet you at the second outpost, okay? I don't know if I've mentioned this recently, but I absolutely love this Oh, he's dancing. I love what the mobs dance. I want to know if they can knock me out. Can you knock me out? I want to know this for safety. So we're just going to go like right here. We're going to get in. Can you knock me out of this? Oh, all right. He failed the test. He just... Bruh, whatever. I just want to know if they can knock me out, because sometimes I'll see them on the tracks, and I don't know if I should actually, like, freak out, or if it's really not that... I like that sound. I don't know if it's really not that big of a deal. I don't know. Okay, so we're back here at our secondary outpost. Well, not technically yet, but... Oh! One thing... Bruh. Hold on. Let me go back there. So I had done a good bit of work in here in between episodes because like I just got really lazy and started putting a bunch of things down that didn't need to be here. So I made our floor cobblestone. I made our walls this crimson, and I added a few little crimson log accents in here. And I don't know. I think that the whole thing looks a whole lot better than it used to. I don't know where this minecart is. It might be on the other side. That's kind of the problem, is sometimes like they just, I don't even know. But yeah, this whole system here, like why is this one? Oh, because I take that minecart. I don't even know. I'm just going to put all the minecarts on the tracks, and then we'll just kind of remove the extras. But yeah, this is just an absolutely much better, more organized looking area. Even out here, I kind of forgot to do that. But you can see I just added a bunch of cobblestone. Also widened this whole room. Is a little bit weird. It's not, you know, the best looking area, but it's a lot better than it used to look. That's for dang sure. All right, now what did I do here between episodes? Well, obviously we started getting a bunch of nether wart. We probably have more than we're ever going to need. And in a hasty decision, I decided that this wasn't enough nether wart. And so I built this little area up here to plant even more nether wart. And I worked on this area a little bit. I basically just put a bunch of chests. These are all empty. This one has like my nether wart, carrots, redstone, spider eyes, and then blaze rods. And this is just literally filled with water bottles. So I put this little window in here so I could just grab the water bottles out of there. I actually did play a good bit. Like, I've been loving this world so much. I'm sorry. I know you feel like maybe you missed a little bit, but we really didn't do all that much. And look, I've even thrown some stuff on the ground. So this top chest up here is literally filled with gold blocks. So we have so many gold blocks, dude. Like, way too many. Now, at one point, I did have a written book that explained exactly what we need. Explained exactly what we're going to need for the next steps for these. Yeah, I don't actually know where that went. So that's great. I guess we lost it. I literally had a written book. I might have put it in chests somewhere, just completely forgotten. That's what you get for having this many chests. I don't know where I would have put it. I don't know. I've organized this a little bit. Yeah, we still have 20 diamond blocks. I did do a little bit of organization, but overall, I didn't do a whole lot of game-changing stuff. I just wanted to get everything nice, because sometimes when I'm recording, I'll do things a little bit quickly, and it doesn't always end up making them look the best. Do we have no lapis, like, at all? Okay, we do. I was going to say, how do we have no lapis? So let's see what we get. Hopefully it's... That's horrible. We don't have a grindstone either, but lucky for you, I remember how to make it. And we probably already have all the stuff necessary to make it. What is it again? Grindstone. Oh, is this the one recipe that won't appear? No, it appears. It appears. Oh, we need the intermediary block. Oh, that's so lucky. Okay, so it's 2 sticks, 1 slab, a couple planks. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I could do that. I could do that. Boom, boom, boom. Might make 2 of them. Sure, that's fine. Okay, so now we have 2 grindstones, so nobody can ever tell us again we don't have grindstones. Let's see if we can pull something good. So what we're going to do in today's episode is we're going to start prepping the ocean monument to be drained. We have 117 levels. I feel like we can afford to, you know, just keep ripping on it a little bit. Yeah, and I know some of these enchants are good. We're going to have a whole villager trading hall, so we'll never have to do this again. I mean, I'm going to say that's pretty good, because if we can get Fortune 2 on another tool, then we'll be set. And lucky for you, I guess. I don't know if it's lucky for you, but lucky for us, we have so many diamonds that we don't really need to worry about. Oh, man, I really wish I had used all my leather so that I could, you know, go in here and organize them with a little bit of item framage. That would be super nice. We could just craft, I don't know how many pickaxes. I don't really care. 5 pickaxes, and we're just gonna go real quick on them, and we'll see what we get. So that was okay. We did not need 5. That's okay. We can use them to repair, but I'll combine this Fortune 2 and this one. Which one's the least expensive way? 23, and this one costs 23. Okay. So we literally have the exact same pickaxe now, and we do not have to worry. And where did my silk... I know I had a silk touch pickaxe at some point. I know I did. I'm pretty sure I left stuff in a chest. And I'm pretty sure that chest is down there in our tertiary outpost. So we'd have to go back, like, all the way in the nether, which is fine. We'll make our way back there at some point, especially if we need to get the pickaxe. But for now, we should be okay with this stuff. We should be okay. All right, so we can finally, after all of this time, make the potions, right? We have the spider eyes, which we need to combine with sugar, which I have actually collected quite a bit of sugar cane in preparation for this. Is it literally just one? Yeah, it's just one. Okay. So we can make probably more than that. Yeah, we can make quite a bit more than that. Oh, I did make a change to the blaze farm. I played quite a bit, actually. I'm trying to remember everything I did. I made a change to the blaze farm to prevent mob cramming, and it basically means that we can technically crash the world now, so we have to be very careful. All I ended up doing, that's why I have vines in here, because I went and I collected vines. Dude, all you have to do is put like a ladder like right here and here, like, well, pretend this is the edge of the room, right? So they're in this room right here. You put a ladder like there and there, there and there, and then you put like a block in there to like capture them so they climb up in here, and because as they're climbing... Yeah, dude, I don't even have my axe. Okay. All right. I gotta go all the way back there because, dude, I don't even have my axe. Like, what did I do? Where did I put this stuff? We're gonna go investigate. We're gonna investigate. We're gonna find the missing items. The Neocubists' missing items, because this is ridiculous. We don't have our axe. We don't have anything. We don't have anything. All right, well, I'll meet you guys back at the tertiary outpost. Let's hope that's where it is. I don't know for certain, but I feel like it's over there. So let's go investigate. Okay, now I'm more confused. So I came here, right? There wasn't a minecart, which I took the minecart over here, so that makes sense. We have 3 minecarts in here. Like, what is going? Maybe I crafted those when I crafted the minecart for here. I don't remember, but like, why do we have so many minecarts? Are we duping minecarts somehow? Okay, so let's do some investigation here. Aha! It's this chest right here, and this also has my written. Why would you even be here? Like, that doesn't even make sense. It's the middle of the day. All right, whatever. You can burn to death out there. I don't care. So apparently we had all of this on us, and I decided to put it in here and then go do digging. I assume that's what I had done. But yeah, that's where my silk touch pickaxe is. That's where the hoe I wanted to enchant and the shovel that I wanted to enchant. I remember I was going to talk about that in the episode. I'd crafted those. And there is my, which I guess I'd crafted another one. I don't, and then I crafted another one. Sounds about right. And then there's our bow, which honestly we have not really used too much. I don't know why there's 7 bones in there. I don't know. Well, at least we found the missing stuff. So this was my idea as a to-do list. Did I forget anything? Put insane number of penguins in one spot for bartering machine. Make a fortune hoe for maximum golden apples. That's what I wanted to do. Make auto chicken farm. Way too hard to get this feather. Yes, it was very... We went on a whole journey out in the swamp to try to find a chicken. Okay, so I put the recipe for the potion in here just so that we have that. We could also add ideas to this book, and that'll be a good way to keep everything organized. Let me head back to the secondary outpost, and I'll meet you there. Okay, so I paused the screen right here. Look at this, dude. There's a little outpost over there, man. Maybe they have a netherite template. We'll go investigate that at some point. I promise. It's kind of a beautiful scene with the moon rising like this. Like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. This is a unique looking outpost. It's definitely very like utilitarian, not super architectural. You know, it does have those weird beams over there, but yeah, it's not super fancy. But now look, I can remove this because I have my axe. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, it's so nice. Okay, so we're gonna make a fancy shovel, which we'll just put the extra. We're not gonna enchant lapis, but that would be cool. Yeah, I'm gonna say I can't really get much better than that. I'm gonna take that. I need Fortune 3 on here though. So I'm gonna rip on this until I get Fortune 3, which probably won't take too long. So we'll just like keep going on it. There's like a few enchants a hoe can get. So getting a Fortune 1 is not difficult. I say as I've gotten the same thing 3 times in a row. Maybe I'll cut the camera and we'll just keep going on it. Fortune 2, that's okay. All right, you've forced me to do this. You, Minecraft, you have forced me to do this. We are now going to make 9 hoes. I am using my diamonds very, very irresponsibly here. I almost said unresponsibly. Very irresponsibly. You know what? That's I love how when I do that, it just gives me exactly what I want. Yeah, and we've almost used all of our levels, which is great. Okay, so I'm sure we can combine these now to get what we want. We just want this, the Fortune 3, and then I want Unbreaking 3. Yeah, so now it'll be Fortune 3, Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3. That is exactly what we want. All of these extras. We don't really have a tool chest, so we'll just kind of put extras into here. I believe that was the shovel that I want, yes. So every other extra tool we will put into here, and we just won't look at it. Also, this old axe came from a time when we did not have enough to really enchant. We'll put up the old pickaxe. We might as well not carry around 3 pickaxes. That just seems like a bad idea. So we have enough diamonds. I know. I know. I'm only going to make a couple of diamond axes. I promise. I'm super excited to finally get... You know what I'm just realizing? Did we ever solve the brown mushroom issue? And I'm pretty sure the other base is where we need to be to solve that issue, because... I mean, that's actually great. And we can get efficiency 5 by combining these. Alright, well, we have the axe of our dreams. What's that cost? 5, and that costs 23. Yeah, I think I'll take the one that costs 5. Thank you. Was there an enchant missing on that I would have wanted? I honestly don't know, right? What did this one have? No, that's pretty much all you can get that you'd want on an axe. Okay, we did get 1 piece of leather. I guess it's something killed a zoglin, or a zoglin died, or a piglin fought one. I don't know. Honestly, I'd never know with these piglins, man. They're kind of crazy. So, I guess we're gonna... Yeah, do we have any... We have no brown mushrooms. And no mycelium. You know what's ironic is I honestly want to get Silk Touch on one of these shovels, because I think that would be a recipe for success if we could grab mycelium and just grow them. Okay. Thank you after, you know, like 30 enchants for just being nice and giving me exactly what I want. I really appreciate it. That is very kind of you. So, we're gonna... I've traveled a lot in this episode. I know you guys haven't had to watch it, but now we're going to go all the way and get some brown mushrooms. I probably want to take bones. I want to take bones. I cannot forget this. I'll just take bones. Actually, we'll end up growing them here, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, we're going to go to that old growth spruce, because there's not one of those here, and if it is, it's way over there. I'm pretty sure it'd be quicker if I just went here to my tertiary outpost, so I'll meet you there. Jeez, dude. I mean, luckily, it's super convenient and super easy. You literally just click a button. I start watching a YouTube video, which is kind of dangerous. By the way, these guys cannot knock you off. I did do some testing. Well, I didn't do testing. One of them just hit me, and luckily they can't knock you off. These guys love to do little drive-bys. They'll poke you, and then they get scared and run away. I don't know. Okay, so I believe that there is a dark oak forest somewhere within reach. Remember, we were looking at it. I actually got a comment. Someone had said, hey, if it was your first time there, why was there an apple on the ground? And I was like, I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I don't really see the benefit in me having gone there off camera and then coming back. But what happens in a dark oak forest, I did explain this in the comment, but I don't know if they'll see it, is that a mushroom can grow into the canopy of a dark oak tree, essentially segmenting those blocks, or sorry, not segmenting, what's the right word? Basically, like, here, I'll just go show you. Okay, so it basically cuts the blocks of the dark oak tree off from the rest of the tree. Now, it's kind of hard to find an example of that, but like if this mushroom grew like, you know, up on this block, and it would cut off those leaves, and as long as leaves are not touching other leaves or other logs, they will start to decay. And basically, you can just find apples on the ground or sticks on the ground inside of a dark oak forest. It's pretty rare, but it does happen. I don't know what they were trying to, if they were trying to accuse me or something. I don't think so. But maybe it was just a question. And yeah, that can happen. And it's kind of a cool thing. So I'm looking for brown mushrooms. I don't care about any of these other mushrooms. To be honest with you, I guess I need to find mycelium. Sorry, not mycelium. Podzol. But I don't remember where. Also, these don't give you brown mushrooms. It's only these guys, right? Yeah, and we have Fortune 3, so we should get like the most you can get from these. Which I don't see them. I'm like picking them up, but do you guys see them falling? Are they like just so tiny? No, okay, well we got 11 from that. But to my knowledge, you can only plant them on Podzol, or you can plant them on Podzol in full light. So maybe we'll find like an old growth spruce forest. There may actually be one of those behind our secondary outpost, which would be super ironic if we ran all the way here. Okay, all right, don't drown in the snow. Don't do that, please. It would be kind of ironic if we ran all the way here only to go back there and do it, but that's fine. I mean, like I said, you just push a button and you end up where you want to go. So kind of sweet. Kind of sweet. It's kind of like air travel in the real world. You know, you just hop on a plane and then you end up where you're trying to go. Okay. All right. You're being a little bit of a pain, aren't you here, mushroom? A little bit, but you're not trying. You're not trying to. It's just the nature of your structure here. These are really cool. They are really cool. I remember when they added these big mushrooms, it was amazing because it was so much easier to get them. Granted, you know, in the very early versions of the game, you could literally just put them down in a dark room in a cave and they would expand forever. And so that entire cave would just be covered with mushrooms. I don't think they spread like that anymore. At least, no, they definitely do not spread like that anymore. That was a long time ago, like 12, 13 years ago, maybe 14 years ago. So let's see. Is there an old growth spruce forest behind this spruce forest? Because I could probably just collect enough mushrooms. I don't really necessarily have to farm them. I guess I can test, like, can I just grow a mushroom? See, I don't think so. I think they can only, like, just generate like that. Yeah, see, I can't even put it down. So they have to either generate like that or you have to plant them on, like, pods all, which we can go check over here. But to be honest with you, I could just run around in this dark oak forest and probably get more than we're ever going to end up using. I don't know how many potions of invisibility we really need. But luckily, they will never give us the mining fatigue. I don't even know. Did we go into the... I don't even know if we went into the ocean monument that's near our outpost to get the sponge from it. Near our secondary outpost. Like, the original reason we had built it. Oh, I thought I saw a woodland mansion. Yeah, I don't see any old growth. I do see a forest fire. The Smokey the bear within is telling me I must go put it out. I do know that this could become a nasty fire because, you know, all the sap inside the dark oak just causes it to burn very hot and very quick. Also, you can't put water buckets down anymore. It's an absolute shame. Yeah, I think this is a total loss. I don't know. This is a very big structure fire here. Let's just, we're going to try our best, but yeah, I think, I'm not equipped for this. I don't have a fire engine, so we're just gonna run away and hope it puts itself out. We're just gonna hope it puts itself out. Oh, okay. So nice little icy peaks. I don't think that's the name of a biome, but a peak of iciness. Like, we already have almost a stack, and I guess if we need to grow more, there is an old growth spruce forest somewhere in the world that I remember seeing. I don't know if it was when we were exploring from our main outpost. Or our main base. I cannot start calling our house an outpost. Bullet is there. Bullet doesn't deserve an outpost. He deserves an Atlantis-style, overly luxurious base that we're going to be building. Mainly for Bullet, but also for us to live in. You know, I'm sure Bullet will let us live there, right? That's the hope. That is the hope. Okay, well, I'm going to collect a few more brown mushrooms. And then I am going to head back to the base. So I'll meet you guys back at the base. I don't know if we'll try to find one or not, because, I mean, guys, we already have so much. I think wow, that's a tall mushroom. So I think we'll be good. I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys. Well, after like 4 episodes or more, 3 or 4 episodes, I think we're finally ready to brew. I think it's so funny. All the stuff we have gone through to get to this stage right here, and you're about to watch it as it happens. Isn't that something special? So we're going to start off by making some awkward potions, okay? So these are all just water bottles. We're going to make awkward potions. We're going to do that for all of these because that's what it requires. So let's just go in here and make awkward potions. Now, while we're waiting on those awkward potions, we're going to craft fermented spider eyes, which require sugar. They require spider eyes and they require mushrooms. So we're basically going to do this, sugar, mushrooms, fermented spider eye, sugar, spider eye, there we go. Okay. What am I doing? No, spider eye. I don't have any more spider eye. I don't have any more. They're in there. I'm very glad we made that farm because I didn't realize you only get 1 per recipe. I thought maybe, you know, it'd be generous and give you 3 or something. What am I missing? Oh, mushrooms. Okay, so, you know, not as many as I would have hoped, but it's okay. Maybe we'll put all the ingredients for fermented spider eyes into here. I think that would make the most sense, right? We don't have any more brown mushroom, but it is what it is. So now these are all awkward potions. So the next step, and I did farm a good bit of carrots. Maybe I put them in here. I put them in here. Okay. So we're gonna need to make all of these into golden carrots. And let me make sure I'm following my recipe exactly, right? So yeah, we need to combine gold carrots with the awkward potion to get night vision. Hey, guys, quit. These cats are having a spat. Hey, no more. So we're gonna take an awkward potion and we're gonna buy it with a gold carrot. Okay, I can do that. Yeah, I think I can afford that. I think that's within the budgetary constraints I have. So let's go in here. Let's just make. Why are golden carrots not showing up? Oh, that would be why, because that's literally not the recipe. Gold carrots. I don't have any room. Gold. Okay, I just messed up. Gold carrots. There we go. Okay. Well, let me craft all these, because apparently I don't have any inventory room, so we're going to just put up some stuff. We don't need the sugar with us. We don't need the bones or the bone meal with us. Which I guess I don't have any bone meal. Or it's on the ground. I think what I'll do is I'll throw all the gold on the ground. Just keep a stack with us. We'll even throw the nether wart on the ground, and now we should be able to craft them all quick. Okay. Okay, much better. We'll just pick up a few at a time, and we'll just keep on crafting. Okay. I'll see you guys in just a bit. I'm going to craft all the golden carrots that we can. Okay, so I can't really see a situation in which we'll need more of those, but maybe... No, okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Maybe there will come a time, but that's probably going to be all we need. So now we're going to make 3 night vision potions per. Now, the thing with brewing is I wish you could, like, you know, stack bottles of the same kind. Not really sure why you can't. Maybe just not being able to stack finished potions would be good. But this is definitely going to be a process and a half. So we make night vision, and then I believe we just added a fermented spider eye, and then we get invisibility, and then we add redstone to that for an increased durability. Well, not durability, but increased duration. So now we have potion of night vision, and now we add a spider eye, and we should hopefully get what we're looking for. I love the little glug glug noise. It's so nice. This is so I think they last 8 minutes apiece. I'm trying to think how many I'm gonna need. Like I said, we're gonna be draining the ocean monument on live streams. That's not something I'm comfortable doing on the video. I don't think you want to see that. That's gonna take so long. So invisibility, and then we're gonna add a little bit of redstone to that to increase the duration. Ooh yeah, dude. This is so sick. I've literally never made potions like this before. At least not like complicated ones. I think I've made some basic ones before, but nothing like this. All right, so it should be like plus or something. No, it's just 8 minutes of invisibility. Now our finished potions, I think we're just gonna end up putting, yeah, local brewery. That's right. That's right. We're running our own little local you know what I'm trying to say. 8 minutes. Local brewery. There we go. Okay. And then we'll put all of those into here. That was quite a bit of work for, how many potions was that? That's actually a pretty good bit. Okay. So I'll probably do like another round. But this is something we'll probably do a little bit like on the live stream, stuff like that. I don't know exactly. I'm going to put up like all my ingredients. I do not want these in my inventory. And I did have bone meal in my inventory this whole time. And I have 2 shovels. I might need the silk touch, but I'll put the silk touch into here. How about that? So now I can grab a bunch of water bottles and I don't have to mess around with all that. I guess to make this most time efficient as possible. Okay, so you could put a whole stack in there, but that's not I don't know why you would want to do that, because then you'd have to go back in every time. Oh wow, it used a lot of blaze powder. Which is fine. We have a whole double chest full. It's just I thought it would use like 1 per brewing operation, but no, no, I don't think we put a whole stack in here. It did. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, no, we definitely did not put a whole stack in here. There's just no way. There's no way that it went that long. Okay. Cool. And then we have the awkward potion, and then we add the golden carrot. Yeah. You guys kind of know the drill now. So I'm going to work on this little batch of invisibility potions. And then we will come back when that is done. We'll need the redstone, and we'll need a few of the spider eyes as well. Do we already? Oh, I thought this whole stack of 64 was gone. I was about to be beside myself. Yep, potion of night vision. Nope, we want to make it a potion of invisibility, the opposite of seeing at night. Not seeing at all. Or not being seen at all. Yeah, something like that. Okay. All right. And then I'll add redstone to these when they're done. All right, and here are our potions of invisibility with an 8-minute duration. Oh, I'm so happy we have these. I'm so happy I watched videos on like how to properly do this, because I was just gonna go in and just get attacked the entire time. The main reason you want these is for disassembly, right? I saw people talking in the comments, they're like, why do I want all these sponges? Well, the reason you want these sponges is that when you're draining this thing, dude, it's gonna take absolutely forever if you were to just drop sand in the entire box that we're gonna build around it. So we're gonna drain it with the sponges. We're gonna use sand to like basically cut it up into little segments inside the box, and then after that point we are going to Paleog Forest. I remember I was going to talk about that. So let's go over here. We should probably grab like a few of the potions. I just want to test them out. We're going to go in there, we're going to conquer it first, because I don't believe that we don't have buckets of milk. We don't have buckets of milk. I don't know if the invisibility works when you have armor on. I'm pretty sure you gotta take your armor off. And I don't really want to go in there and find out how well it works. I'd rather just go take it out how I've taken out the rest of them. I don't mind waiting the 5 minutes. I've just been watching this interesting YouTube video, so I could do that. But let's go over there to this ocean monument. To my knowledge, I don't think I've gone over here and like gone in it. Like I really don't think so. I think we found literally an entire other outpost in hopes of finding them. There might be more ocean monuments over here as well. Like, I honestly do not know if there are. So, that would be kind of cool. We can go peek around for a little bit. Yeah, I see you targeting me. Honestly, though, these are so fun, and they're so easy. All you got to do, the guys are in here and there, right? So, you just have to find those locations. They're in the left and right, like, front areas. So, if we can find that. Sometimes they're a little tricky to get to. Like that one, see, there's not a direct path to it. Excuse me, I gotta disassemble this entire thing. That's what the invisibility potions are for. I have to literally disassemble the entire thing. Oh, that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun stream. And the thing is if, you know, you don't want to watch something like that, you don't have to. But for those of you who want to be able to watch, like, you know, probably like 10 to 12 hours of extra content, you can watch it on the live stream. And it'll be up there forever. I always upload the live streams after the fact. This is the center one. So this guy will always be up in the center of one of these. I just realized now that I don't have a door. I just realized I don't have a door and I have no way to get out. I don't have a door and I have no way to get out. Can I use water bucket for air? Oh, thank God. I literally thought I was about to die. I actually thought I was about to die. Because I was like, I can't. Can I like take water out? No. Okay. Well, I can use that. That's not ideal. I also lost all my bearing because I started freaking out. Did I even take out the guy up there? I don't think I did. Oh, no, I did. Okay. He can drop sponge, and he can also drop a unique... there we go. There's extra sponge. Now, I don't know where these left and right ones are, so I think you guys have seen me conquer enough of these things. Dude, I know I've conquered enough of them, so I'm going to quickly go and try to find those. We'll take them out, and then we'll search for sponges in here. There might be another sponge room. Or a sponge room. I don't think I've found one in here yet. And that would be primo, dude. To get some extra sponges, I would never say no to that. So he will be in here. The other one should be. I think there's a chance they can swim off. Yeah, so he's right there. So I'm going to have to breathe. Kind of sucks. I wish I could breathe underwater. I just realized I put up all my food. Like those golden carrots I had in my inventory were literally my food source. They can be a little tricky. Like, there's like 12 of them in this little tiny area. So, you know, you just have to have something to hide behind. But if you can, like, you know, even go behind like this right here, as long as they can't hit you, like, all at once, you're not going to die. Like, I know we're getting low here, but we'll be okay. I'm really not too worried. I've done so many of these. It's only the food that worries me, which we're about to have infinite cooked cod because we're going to be farming these bad boys. So all the turmoil they put you through, just know that it's worth it because you're going to make a farm out of them and they won't bother you ever again. All right, well, I've just found the last guy, not even attempting to hit me. These guys are just absolute clowns, bro. They're just absolute clowns. So I did realize that I have wood in here, which I can, you know, if I'm speed... Oh, I had wood in my inventory. I didn't even need to take it out. So I can just make a door like this, and I don't know why I didn't do that. Don't ask me. Sometimes, you know, when you're in the heat of battle, you ain't thinking straight. And that was definitely the case here. But now we just have to wait 37 seconds. Luckily, we only hit the mining fatigue one time. So we just need to wait for that to go away. And then after that, we should be good. And I want to test out the potions of invisibility. So I didn't bring any with me. But it's okay. We can literally just break out of this thing. We just go straight up. I mean, obviously, we can't break it now, but we can in 15 seconds. Okay, so now we can break everything out of here. And we can literally just go straight up. Super easy. Let me grab our boat. And I want to go test out the invisibility potions. So we're going to be segmenting this thing off. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to build a big glass box around it. Like a big, big glass box. And then that's what we're going to be draining. Someone asked if I was going to do a circular or square. I'm going to opt for square. I'm going to make it look really cool. Have like big pillars in the corner. Kind of like a castle in a way with gold accents. It's going to look beautiful. It's going to look absolutely beautiful. So let's go grab these invisibility potions. I know they're in here. Obviously, we just made them. And then we're also going to take off our armor before we forget. And we're just going to take like a couple of them. And now, I don't know if we need to... I'm going to also grab that. I don't know if we need to like drink them before they have aggro. I would assume that would make the most sense to me. So we're going to become invisible. You don't see anything. No. You don't see me. I'm not actually here. I'm just a floating torch and sword. You need not shoot me. But this will make building everything just so much easier, especially that glass box. So now I should be able to go in here and just kind of explore a little bit, which is kind of cool. Oh, kitty's playing with the little ball. I was like, what is that noise? So yeah, look, they literally just do not see you. So you could just be chilling in here, and you could just start to break the entire thing. Obviously, I don't have Aqua Affinity on. Like, if I were to put on my helmet, I think they would see me, right? You don't see a thing. So you can have armor. Oh, okay. Maybe just on a chest plate. No? What about just this? Okay. All right. All right, guys. All right. So is it... So I guess I can have these on? These two armor pieces? Right? Yeah, you guys don't see a thing. No? No. But if I take them off... Okay, I don't want to find out the damage that does. Wow. Okay. Okay, so we'll have to figure it out. But it is, you know, slightly unfortunate that you're going to have to break things without the enchants, but it is what it is. You can't prevent the spawns there. As long as there's water inside that structure, those bad boys will spawn. So, what are we going to work on now? Well, that's kind of a multifaceted thing. We're going to have to work on a lot. We're going to have to work on getting a ton of sand, and ideally I want to generate the sand here and not, you know I have a big smelter at my main base, but transporting the sand between those, it's not really, I mean, I could do it, but like, why would I do that? Like, seriously, why would I do that? It would be much easier. I also did not look for a, I didn't look for a sponge room in there. I guess we'll find it as we break it, because we'll break it before we drain it, right? So that'll be pretty easy to do. This, obviously, is not going to be enough glass. I can't remember, maybe the iron is back at our other base, but we're just going to go on a big exploration. And, yeah, we're going to gather iron, because we need iron. And we're still invisible. I think it's so funny that you could just literally go invisible. Oh, Minecraft, you never cease to amaze me. It's probably the first time I've ever used an invisibility potion, which is kind of cool, especially in single player. So, we're going to go over here. We're going to explore, and let's hopefully find an area with a bunch of iron. I don't know how far in this direction we've gone, but it's worth a shot. Maybe there's something cool over here. Maybe we could stop at our tree house, our beautiful tree house. I love the comment questions of the day about, you know, how would you build this, or what would you do for that? Because it gives me something to build, which is always nice. It's always nice. I remember there was a shattered savanna. No, wait. We did explore over here, remember? Because we went really, really far, and we found that it was a shattered savanna, right? It was like over in this direction, which is good. I mean, that's a good thing we've explored. I think. Or maybe that was in another area. I honestly don't know. We've explored so many places in this world that I really couldn't tell you. I really couldn't tell you. I do need to sleep, so I'm going to wait for that. And then, I guess, yeah. Remember, we've gone over there, but we'll go even further, and we'll find out what's beyond. All right, so I'm literally just going to travel in this direction. I'll come back if I see anything, like, really cool. But otherwise, I think, you know, I want to keep this episode pretty action-packed, so it might not be as long as your normal ones. We'll see. We always get into a few shenanigans here and there. What is that? We always do get into a few shenanigans. I'd love another ocean monument so I could grab more sponges. So I'll be on the lookout for that. But yeah, if I see anything cool, I'll come back. We really mainly just need iron. And if we could find a Stony Peaks out here, that'd be great. If not, we can go to our secondary outpost. No problem. Okay, I feel like a big dummy right now. So we found our third outpost by going from our second outpost in this exact direction. This is exactly the way we had already gone. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop onto land and we're going to go to the right. Because we've already gone like really far this way. This is we would eventually run into our, you know, tertiary third outpost. So that's not where I want to end up. Do I have bones on me? No, I never have bones on me when I find wolves, dude. It'd be sick to have a couple pals, but I just don't. And I have so many bones, that's the thing. What is going on? I wonder if they can even see me. Can you guys even see me? I don't know. I guess you never really know if they can see you anyways. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's like a little gravel pit. All right, well, I'll explore in this direction, and I'll let you know when and if I find something cool. Well, I got lucky. I hit this swamp, and that's the big, you know, shattered savanna we're looking at. I'm pretty sure that's a stony peak over there, which is nice. I feel like in some worlds I have no stony peaks, like no large mountainous structures. But it seems like this world has just been very fruitful in terms of large mountainous structures. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know what else you'd call that. If I see a little bit of calcite, like a strip of calcite, this invisibility is still going. I need you for item frames. That's such a horrible thing to say to a cow. You're going to turn into item frames, but I really do need item frames. So is there some more around here? Because I wouldn't be opposed. No, that looks like that was just a small pack. I mean, that's 5 item frames. We only need like, you know, maybe 7. You know, maybe if we want to label the potion chest too. But I don't mind killing the Zoglin big guys for those either. Like, that's fine. I feel no remorse. I do feel remorse killing the passive animals. I always have. They used to be able to make like passive animal farms way back in the early game. They would just randomly spawn on, you know, because you couldn't breed animals, so they would just spawn on, you know, patches of grass. And so you'd basically just make a big area of grass over the ocean, and you'd have little water canals, and they'd just walk into them. They had a very archaic AI. They would just kind of walk randomly. They didn't like avoid any pitfalls or anything like that. And I don't know. It was just always interesting. So I don't know if that's a stony peaks, but I feel like any tall mountain like that is probably going to have a bunch of iron. So let's hope that that is correct. I don't know if it is, but let's hope. I do see the blue orchids. I love them. They're my flower, but I don't really need them. This is a flower forest. I feel like we went in this direction at some point. We do have our silk touch. Now, I don't know if these bees... Oh, they both went in there. Grab it. Yeah, with 3 out of 3 bees. Yay, let's go. Okay. I like it. I like it. Finally having a little bit of luck. Things are looking up. Okay. Now, is this a stony peak? I mean, it has to be, right? Or it's a icy peak? I don't know if there's a difference, but, you know, some of them are covered in snow, and some of them are not. Like, that one has a little bit of snow. Maybe it just is if they're in a cold area or not. I mean, I see emeralds. Like, I see a lot of emeralds. So this just has to be one. And that looks like more plains over there, which we just do not need. I know there's emerald. Okay, the emerald looks really easy to get. I was going to say, I'm not going all the way over there to get that, but that looks like stupid easy to get. And I'd probably be kicking myself in the behind if I don't collect these. And maybe that's a really rare block, but also I'd rather just have the emeralds, man. Like, honestly. Okay, now this is peak Minecraft view right here. This, yeah. I would build my house right here, and I would live here. I would live here. We're going to have to pick a spot at some point to build an outpost that's, you know, not in the water. Or in the water, but, you know, surrounded by land could be kind of cool. So, yeah. So what is this biome? This is Biome Builder Peak. No, this is Wind-Swept Hills. Wind-Swept Hills, huh? What's the difference between a wind-swept hill and a stony peak? Like, is there a difference here? Except for it being harder to see if there's any ores, and it's also covered in grass, so there's really not any iron up here at all. This is basically a worse stony peak is what I'm getting here. So we're going to jam the render distance all the way up and hope that within double the distance we could have seen there's somewhere that has a bunch of iron. Like, these are cool, don't get me wrong, but I feel like the amount of iron that's going to be here is just not that... Oh, I need to be smart and get coal, too, because we're about to have to smelt an ungodly sum of glass. I'd really like to dye the glass. I feel like it would be cool if it was like a light blue glass, right? But that means we're gonna have to. It means we're gonna have to make a flower farm in the flower forest, which means we might need an outpost somewhere in the flower forest. But the thing is okay. So hear me out. To get dye, it's kind of weird, right? I don't know if you could like bone meal in a swamp biome and get. Okay, so that's another windswept hill or whatever. That's really not what we're looking for. That looks like just more boring oak forest. Yeah, we may just go back to our secondary outpost. Or, sorry, our primary house and look around there. Because this just all... I mean, I don't think it'll generate any further in this direction. I don't know. We'll come back and see. Okay, so it most certainly will generate more in this direction. And we have a cherry blossom forest. So that brings back a lot of emotions, even looking at the cherry blossom forest. I don't know if we're ready to go back there, but I think we can manage it. But yeah, that was the world that I was doing the Let's Play like it's 2010 again when my dad was getting real bad. I think we even started it maybe like before he was diagnosed. I don't know. So that whole biome, it's like bringing up some emotions, but we'll still go there and we'll check it out. You know, it's funny how even like a video game, anything, you know, your brain associates with a certain time period can bring up emotions, smells, tastes, maybe even textures. I highly doubt it, but maybe. I don't know. Our brains are pretty strong association makers. That's basically the human, the human body is basically just a big association machine. It's how our brains are so smart. Association. I've said association so many times, I feel like it doesn't even mean anything anymore. So we'll go grab, you know, for memory's sake, we'll go grab some saplings there. It's still my favorite wood in Minecraft. Like, by far, it's my favorite wood in Minecraft. It is absolutely beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. So one thing I don't want to do is I don't want to build the glass chamber too quickly and then regret the color that I build it in. Because there's no tool to break glass quickly. You know, you could use TNT or something, but we're about to have to drain it. And so I want to make sure that we are using the color of glass we want to use. You're a little too far away, but you look like a good horse, but you're a little bit too far away. Okay, I am so sorry. I got to put you out of your misery. 13, that should be good. Ooh, a couple of other horses. I'm mainly interested in these cows for their leather. Like I said, we got a better food source than steak. I don't care about steak. We're going to throw it all on the ground. We'll give it to the horses. Here you go, horses. Would you like the steak? I thought you could hold down Q. Did you know you can hold down Q and drop stuff quickly? Like, I actually had no idea. I was watching like a very, very old Yogscast video, and I saw them do that. I could not figure out how they were dropping it so quickly. Wow, that's beautiful. Wow, that's beautiful. Let's bring a tear to my eye. All right, let's go over here. Is this the silk touch? Yes, this is the silk touch. You got any bees in there? You got 0 out of 3 bees and 0 out of 5 honey. Well, what are you guys doing? Maybe we need to put their nest back down. Maybe that would help them. We'll do that. Hopefully they didn't get too far away and they know to track. Wow, dude, the cherry blossom forest really is such a beautiful forest. So if you don't know, I did a series before this one. And I had the Cherry Blossom Cow Sanctuary of Greatness at the CBC SOG, yeah, Cherry Blossom Cow Sanctuary of Greatness. I had like over like 1,000 cows at one point. Like, I mean, it was absolutely massive. It was like a giant area. And we basically just had a big cow sanctuary. You know, they had a good life in a beautiful cherry blossom grove. I don't know what they're called. Is it just called Cherry Blossom Forest? Probably. So yeah, that was the world I talked about at the beginning of the series. So we'll go over there and we'll check it out. This world, it's giving me vibes of that area. I liked that world a lot. I really did. We had big plans for like a big quarry with me and Lauren on there. We were gonna do a lot of stuff, but it's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, guys. Sometimes it just crumbles weird. Well, let's go check out the Cherry Blossom Forest. Let's see how she's looking. I haven't seen one in quite a while. What is that? There's a bunch of cool looking structures out here. Maybe if we turn it to 64 render distance out here, then we will find something. But yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, big old cave. I like that. Yeah, These trees are always no fun to mine. Like they're cool and all, but they are a pain in the booty to mine. Like look at this, right? You got to go over here, and then sometimes they go sideways, and then they go up. So if you don't break into the trunk, at least don't double sideways. Now, luckily, if we break these with our Fortune 3 hoe, which we should have on us, we're going to get a ton of apples and a ton of saplings. Like an absolute ton of both. Look at all those saplings already. It's just so... It's so beautiful. Like it is... This has got to be my favorite biome. It's got to be my favorite biome. So it's called Cherry Grove. Okay. All right. Don't know why. Sometimes it's called Cherry Blossom Forest or Grove. Is there a difference? Who knows? Who actually knows? So we'll go over to here. I want to get into one of these tree canopies and just kind of go crazy on it. So we'll like put down a couple of these just so that we can break into here. Go absolutely crazy on this one. Just as a little memorial to a world that is no longer. It's still here. I can still go to it. I just don't. I don't want to do that. All right. All right. Just to a memorial of once was. All right, I'm gonna gather some more wood, and we're just gonna build a little something. I see. Is that a windswept hills or a stony peak? I just don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, sorry, I went quiet there. I'm just kind of thinking, but yeah, I'll be back in a little bit. Let me get some wood. All right, and that's how we're gonna leave that unfinished. All right, well, let's keep on traversing. Oh, that would have been bad. Let's keep on traversing. And let's see if we can find anything interesting, maybe even further in this direction. I really don't know. I would hope for a stony peak, but that's just, man, yeah. That's just one of those things it's just random. You might find one, or you might find that. Yeah, in interest of my time and your time as a viewer, I'm going to go back to my main base. We're going to take Bullet out on a nice adventure, and hopefully, we can find... I'm pretty sure that third stony peak, remember there was one, and then there was a second one, and then there was a third one. And I'm pretty sure that the third one is where all of the iron is still left. So we'll go there. All right, guys, we're back here at the base, and we need to put up everything we need. Or, sorry, we don't need to put up everything we need. We kind of need to do the opposite. And before I forget, let's make these, because I keep forgetting whenever I go and grab something. This is just so we know what everything is. I don't want to label those ones quite yet. So we're going to label this one as stone, which you don't need to watch me. Where did I put that? What? I know this one's gold. We'll put gold block in there. This one is like utility blocks. Put like a hopper there. This one is rare blocks. So we're so rich. We're going to use a diamond ore to label that one. We'll use a wood one to label this one. I wasn't going to film this. It's actually so easy. And a live chest. I always use an oak sapling. I don't know why. Okay, so now it makes it so much easier. Like, what do I need to put up? I need to put up beehives. That'd be in the live chest. I need to put up... I kind of want, like, a go chest Does that make sense? Or like a barrel that we store stuff. Like I don't want to put all this stuff up. I only need my fortune pickaxe. I don't need the bundle with a bunch of junk in it that I'm going to take out actually, because we don't want to have that. Let me do some sorting. But yeah, I'm going to put everything, you know, that I like. I'm not going to need a shovel. I'm probably not going to need an axe. I won't need the bow. I just want these 2 things, some food, and like if I need to repair, I'll keep those 3 bundles with us. I think that'd be good. We're not keeping steak. Get out of here, steak. Nobody loves you, steak. Okay, everyone really enjoys you, actually. And most people use the steak, but not us. We're weird. And then this is our bundle of bundles. We'll put our bundle of bundles into the bundle of bundles, into the bundle of bundles. I'm going to take out the bundle, and then... Does that make any sense? I hope it makes sense, okay? I really hope it makes sense. We're going to put up the empty bottle in there. It looks like fun. You know, you can kind of recycle them. You don't have to worry about it. I consider this a utility block. I consider this wood because it's literally wood. Hopefully we won't need a water bucket. Might regret that. We have enough food. All right, let's head back to our primary base, grab Bullet, and go on a nice, long adventure. Here we are, guys, back at the old... Actually, no. Back at our original base. I don't even know if I consider this a base or if this is... I don't even know. I guess we needed wood. We threw something down. I don't know. Luckily, I think we've solved our wood problem, at least back at home. Why am I calling it our home? Back at our second base, back at our outpost. We honestly have more there than we have here. Yeah. We're going to bring it all back to here, though. We're going to bring everything back to home. I promise. This is our home. Okay, so Bullet, are you ready for an adventure? I know you've been sitting for a long time, but sitting you will do no longer. How you doing, Mr. Axolotl? Doing good? Mr. Axolotl literally is the name. So, all right, Bullet. Come on, buddy. We're going to go grab so much iron and so much coal. More than we will ever reasonably need, but I need a giant furnace smelting system. So, that's kind of the idea. All right, well, I'll meet you guys when we're at, like, one of our... Probably meet you at the second Stony Peaks. Because, honestly, guys, it's so far away. It takes, like, 15 minutes just to walk there. So, I'll meet you guys whenever I'm at that second Stony Peak. So, you guys have seen me go there before. And if you haven't, go start at episode 1. What are you doing here? Get out of here. Come on. Go watch the whole thing. There's so much good stuff in this series. It's been an absolute dream to come back to Minecraft and just be inundated in such a beautiful world. So, yep, meet you at the second Stony Peaks. Bruh. Gimme. There we go. Yeah, there we go. See what I mean? I need a path out of there. It's always such a pain to get out. Okay, guys. Here we are at the second Stony Peaks. And I believe that the third and the Pale Oak Forest, which you guys wanted me to go back to, I believe it's over there. Yes, you can see all of the iron and the coal over there in mass. So we'll head over into that direction. There's probably still a little bit of iron, I guess. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Horsey. I think there's still a little bit of iron and coal over here. But I kind of want to go over there because I like looking at the Pale Oak Forest, and I also just like being over there. So I'll meet you over there. It's a little bit of a travel, but it's definitely worth it because that thing is... Okay. All right. Third person is sometimes a little bit wonky for sure. But it's really the only way to do this. Except when you're in a forest. When you're in a forest, go to first person. All right. I will meet you right there. All right. And then if you remember, we made a little outpost for Bullet. Now, I don't know how Bullet got out of here. I'm hoping that it's no longer possible that Bullet can just go out because I don't think Bullet can be like, boom, and jump out of there. I really should craft a lead. I know. Believe you me, I know. I don't know. Did we leave any extra, like, iron in this chest? No, we left nothing. I'm sorry, Bullet. We didn't leave anything for you. Not even an apple. You can have a gold carrot. Yeah, you can have a gold carrot. That's pretty much all we have. So I'll just, like, gather literally every bit of coal and iron here. Make it all into blocks. Because you can make raw iron blocks, I believe. And that will just make everything... It'll basically make it where we're going to gather so much right now that we'll probably never need to gather it again. At least, maybe. I'm not really sure. But if you recall, yeah, I mean, this whole thing is literally just jam-packed full of coal and iron. All these Stony Peaks are like this. It is the best way. I mean, you can have an iron farm, but I'd be willing to bet that even the fastest iron farms out there, you might be able to, like, keep up with them. I don't know if you'd be able to exceed what they can make, but you'd be able to keep up with them if you had, infinite stony peaks. Obviously, there's situations where that's not really possible, but for someone like me who enjoys going out and adventuring, at least for now, I think this is a very good way to get our resources. So I'm gonna spend a little while here, and I'll come back, give updates if anything happens. Otherwise, I'm just gonna get everything and then show you what I get. Man, I love these places. All right, well, surprisingly, I don't really see much iron here, unless I've just completely missed it. I've gotten a lot of coal, as you can see, but really not that much iron. And I don't know if it's because this one is, like, lower than the other stony peak, or if it's just because, I had already gotten all the iron here. So it turns out there's a couple of other little stony peaks around here, and maybe from one of those we can observe another large one. I don't know. It's worth an exploration, though. So just right over here, there's this little one, just a little baby one, little pillager outpost over there. Look between Bullet's ears. But yeah, I mean, I just didn't really see like hardly any iron here, which is weird because I thought Stony Peaks just generated it, but I think it's just like a factor of how high up you are in the world. I would say it's probably like the majority of what it is. It's super weird playing in third person. Like they definitely need to like work on it a little bit because like when you. And I get, like, maybe that's how third person is in every game, but, like, especially in Minecraft when you're having to, like, build and look very precisely, it makes it a little difficult. I know some people really prefer games in third person, but I've always been a first person guy. I don't know why. It's just always been a more attractive way to play a game. See, these trees, man, they block Mr. Bullet so much because he's kind of thick, right? He's got to have a too wide area. And, like, I don't even know what's blocking him here. Is it this leaf? Yes, it was that leaf. Okay, so I'll look around over here. Maybe there's some, but if not, we're going to have to find a whole other stony peak somewhere. And it looks like that is literally going to become the ocean. And I'm pretty sure somewhere in that ocean, I'm going to go ahead and just stretch the render distance out while we're up here. I'm pretty sure somewhere in that ocean is our second base, if you remember. So our, the mangrove swamp wood one. The mangrove wood. I called it mahogany in one of the episodes. People were laughing. I don't know why, but for some reason I thought it was mahogany wood for the longest time. I don't know why. Like that's just one of those weird things. Like I don't actually know why I called it that, but that was what I thought it was. Yes, there's just not that much iron. I mean, okay. Well, I see a couple pieces here, so we're gonna do Bullet a solid here and give him an XL sized pen. Here you go. 3x3 this time, buddy. I'm very sorry. This is for your own safety. We'll keep it 3x3 though. We'll keep it 3x3. We just need to get all this out here. But that is super cool. Like the Pillock Forest, I know like we visited it. I want to give like a whole episode to it. I want to go explore it. I want to stay there at night. People gave me a lot of good info about, what to expect there. Nothing like too spoilery, but good info like, the creeping thing like comes out at night. I don't really think you're meant to kill it, or maybe you are. I can't remember. Someone left a comment on another video, like you're not really supposed to kill it. That's been a lot of complaints I've seen in the Minecraft community. Is Mojang keeps adding things, like the warden and stuff that you're not really like intended to kill, and I think that's a little weird. Like I want to be able to like, because in cities are great and stuff, but they took away like sneak sprinting, so you can't actually like sneak and sprint anymore, at least to my knowledge, or maybe you need the swift sneak enchant. But yeah, ancient cities are just pretty much impossible to like do anything at. Like they really are just kind of see, look, there's the old growth spruce forest that I was talking about. So yeah, I mean, we're doing fine on coal. Really all we need this iron for is hoppers, so it's not the end of the world if we only get a couple stacks. All this coal is gonna pay big dividends though, because guys, we're gonna need so much glass. Like, we're going to need probably at least a double chest, if not more, of just straight glass. So, I'll keep looking around over here. I don't see another stony peak. Like, I'll go to that one next, since that one's really also a small one and somewhat close. But, yeah, for the most part, I think our luck with the stony peaks has kind of run out. But, to be fair, we've had very good luck. We've found a bunch of them, so I'm not complaining at all. 12 emeralds from this trip as well, which is nothing to snuff at. That's quite a bit. Quite a bit. Alright, well, I do see an ocean monument right there. I don't see another one, but that might be worth an exploration. Yeah, this has been, rendering everything out. There is no more. I know, buddy. I'm so sorry. There is there's no more of these stony peaks. There is one over there, but it's pretty small. Probably get more iron. Find it. We need to find one of those big veins underground. Hopefully that's something I can find when I'm digging out that big quarry at my third base. I don't know if we really need more sponge. Like, part of me wants to go over there, but then part of me is like, nah, because I don't have a milk bucket. So either way, this trip was successful. I mean, this is a lot of coal, guys. Let's be real. That's a lot of coal. And I'm sure there's some more iron. We'll go back over there and, go with a more fine-tooth comb. I may go check that one out. I do need more iron, I think. Hoppers are always one of those things I underestimate, because for a stack of hoppers, you need 5 stacks of iron. And that's for just a stack of hoppers. Now, I don't think we're going to need that many, but I do want to have a really large mega smelter. Because I have a feeling we're going to want to smelt a lot of stuff for this build. Like, this is going to be a pretty in-depth build. And what is going on here? I do not want to fall into whatever is going on down here, dude. No, okay. Yeah, we don't want to fall over there. We don't want to fall over there. Ugh. So, it actually is kind of sad. So, Hazel got diagnosed with masticatory muscle myositis. And what that is it's a degenerative muscular disease that affects the mastic muscles, which are the muscles that allow them to open and close and chew their food, open and close their mouth, basically. And so, it affects about 500 dogs globally each year. It's a super rare disease. Luckily, the treatment is pretty straightforward, but it doesn't always work. I don't know if no, that's the original one. And, yeah, so we just found that out like 3 days ago. So I didn't record for a little bit because it's like, dude, that was really hard news. Like, as we had lost, Shadow after, a long battle with cancer. And so we finally had, decided to get a new dog about a year ago, and we love Hazel to death. But she, we noticed that she couldn't really open her mouth anymore, and she wasn't like grabbing treats, and she was just acting a little weird. Wouldn't let you, get near her head at all. And we took her to the vet. They put her under anesthesia, and even under anesthesia, they could not open her mouth. So they confirmed that triple M diagnosis. And yeah, it's just it's been a week. It's yeah, it's been a week. So basically, she has to go on this new food. It's soft and easier on her digestive system because she has to take a very high dose of steroids for about 6 to 8 weeks, and then they can slowly taper off of those steroids. But there's a chance that the disease will relapse during the taper, or if you completely take them off them. So she may have to be on steroids the rest of her entire life, which is a huge immunosuppressant. But oh, she's a good girl. She picked up one of her little baby bones. I got out her puppy toys, and she can only open her mouth about 1 to 1.5 centimeters right now. I got out her little puppy toys, and she's able to barely get her teeth over those. So it's just been really kind of hard to watch, something or someone you love struggle. And, yeah, it's just like, it's been I had a rough, few years here. I feel like sometimes things like to just kind of pile on top of one another, but, I'm trying to be as positive about it as I can because she's young. I don't think we've been to that one. Oh, we definitely have not been to that one. Oh, okay. We're about to have so much iron. We're about to be rich in iron. I did not notice that one, but yeah, I just noticed that because she walked in here, and it makes me really happy when she's playing with a toy. Luckily, this is like her second day on the prednisone, which is the steroid she's prescribed. And she's seeming like she can open her mouth a little bit better, which is good. Because used to, she wouldn't even mess with the toy at all. And now it looks like, I don't know if you can hear it, but she's, he's a good puppy. Ain't this a good puppy? Basically, the steroid, so the masticatory muscle myositis is an autoimmune condition. Basically, the dog's immune cells start attacking the muscles in the jaw, basically. It's just a weird, rare autoimmune condition. There's not really a reason for it happening. It's not really genetic, they don't think. It just happens. And usually affects larger breeds. But yeah, so the steroids basically suppress her immune system to the point where her, immune system doesn't really function that well. And, her immune system that is attacking the wrong cells, stops attacking the wrong cells. But it also means, you know, she can get sick easier, so she can't go to her doggy daycare. She cannot really go out. Luckily, we have a very big yard at the house, so she'll still have a grand old time. But yeah, hopefully the goal is to keep her on full dose for 6 to 8 weeks of the steroids, and then after that point, slowly taper off over the course of a year. And luckily, you know, steroids aren't super expensive or anything, but whatever the cost would be, we would pay it. And you know, I've been very lucky to be fortunate in a financial sense where I don't have to worry about something like that. The wet food that they, like the prescription wet food is like going to be like $600 a month. But luckily, I don't think she has to have that. But at least, you know, when she can't open her mouth really at all, it's important that she eats really soft food that's really easy on her tummy, because the steroids can be very hard on a stomach. So we'll explore options. But yeah, I mean, paying $600 a month for just food is a pretty big expense. But I think she'll be okay. And you know, I have the money to pay for it, so I'm not asking you guys for anything. I just wanted to share it because of something that just happened, and I was like, dang, dude, this kind of sucks. Really upsetting. So okay. But yeah, she's doing okay. She's doing okay. She's been playing with her toys more. I saw her pick up a stick in the yard. She can't bark, but she should be able to. Hopefully within a few weeks, her mouth will be able to regain most of its function, and it'll kind of stay that way. It's weird because it's like such a rare disease. I read every medical journal. I've used, ChatGPT to do deep research on it, and there's just not that much out there, like, at all. So this one's really cool. Like, I think this is beautiful. Look, there's another area of instability in the world, it looks like. Oh, that's another one over there. But we're playing on 64. Whoa, that looks cool. We're playing on 64 render distance. Wait, wait, did we go back to our... Yeah, because that's our base is over there. Yeah, you can literally see it, right? You can see it in the corner. That's our base. Yeah. We've already been here. This is the second one. We've been here many times. I was wondering, I was looking around, I was like, there's really not that much iron here. we could see so far away, and I got so turned around, and that's the place we'd already looked at. So, yeah, we'll just go ahead and head home. I think we have enough stuff. I'm going to put my render distance down because now it's just getting confusing. Honestly, I really like the level of detail mods. I don't have one, but I feel like it would be kind of confusing after a certain point. You can see so far in your world, you get turned around more easy. But, all my bearings are set for being able to see about 32 chunks. So, okay, we'll head back home, and we'll get to crafting a big old auto smelter. And hopefully we can get this glass going, get the whole thing segmented off, and then get set up to do live streams. I'll upload an episode the day that we're going to do, like, live streams. That way you guys know when there's going to be a live stream, because I don't want you guys to miss it. So I'll make sure and like actually kind of like plan out. Actually like plan out when the that would have been detrimental as well. The lava in the ground there. I'll plan out when the live streams are going to be. So like, for example, I'll say, in the beginning of like, the next episode or whenever I do it, I'll say, we're going to be streaming this day at this time. And it may even be the same day the video is uploaded, but probably like a day after or something, so that you guys have a chance. But maybe we'll do it the same day. But again, if you missed the live stream, you can go back and watch it if you want to see me drain out an ocean monument. Kind of doubt it, but all like the base building and stuff is of course going to be done on camera, on the actual episodes, but just a little bit of awareness about those. Okay, I'm going to make my way back home, and I'm going to make my way back to my outpost, the I almost said mahogany, the mangrove outpost, and then I will meet you guys back on camera, and we're going to build an auto smelter. And then we're going to gather a bunch of sand. I'm going to watch a bunch of YouTube because we're going to need like a lot of sand. Oh, we're going to need so much sand. All right, guys, we are back at the base. And we're going to have to use our furnaces for now. I always feel like it lags out here, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the kelp or something. I really don't know what it is. But yeah, we're going to smelt. We have so much coal. Honestly, I'm just going to, for now, literally just fill these up just because I'll remember to take it out. I'll remember, right? I'm gonna be like, where's my coal? And it will be in here. That is where it will be. And I guess we can have these and just to make it a little bit quicker, because you know, building one of these is just gonna, I don't know. So we're gonna build a blast furnace. See, I would love to do it. No, blast furnaces don't work with glass. What am I talking about? Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Do not listen to me. Now I know you guys are saying, Neo, make a kelp farm, make a kelp farm. Guys, this is a temporary outpost. I don't want to be doing all that at a temporary outpost. We're also gonna keep this stuff in here. I feel like I don't really. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna need my shovel. I'm gonna need a lot of shovels. But you know, this one in specific, we'll go ahead and just sleep real quick, just to skip the night, so it's nice and bright in here. I do like how this, you know, whole area turned out with that little, you know, nether wart grow platform or whatever you want to call it. This whole area turned out pretty beautiful. Like, I never really stop and look at it, but being underwater, it's pretty dang cool. It's pretty dang cool. Now, next time we build underwater, it's going to be so nice to be able to actually, like, just, I don't know, drain it with something that isn't a freaking, actually, yeah, cobblestone will be fine. Being able to drain it is just going to be so nice with sponges. Like, so nice. Okay. I doubt we need 64 furnaces. You never know. You just never know, guys. You never know. Sometimes you might need more. Sometimes you might need less. But 64 furnaces should be good on there. Now, in terms of wood, I'm going to need a bunch of chests for inputs and outputs. So we're going to just make... That's not enough. We need much more. Okay, we have a little bit in there. And then we have the wood in here, but that's our emergency use wood. So I'm going to do what I do best and make some impromptu oak trees, since we have so many oak saplings and we have so much bone meal. Just so much. Now, I don't think we can we really grow one in here anymore? No, but it might be a little bit more. That's right. See, we had that cool platform. We had that cool platform at the other base. This one, we just don't have one of those, like, really at all. I don't think an oak tree will grow there. So we're just going to grab some dirt and we'll make a temporary platform. I don't think it's going to be permanent. I don't even know where our dirt would be in here, I guess, yeah. And we can put up these as well. We don't need all those emeralds. So we're just going to make like a little temporary platform. Or on this walkway right here. Nah, we're gonna make a little temporary platform over here. Just like this. And we're just going to grow a bunch of trees out here, because we're going to need a good bit of wood for these chests and for a variety of other things. And I'd rather just have like a big platform out here. And we have one extra piece of dirt, so we'll put it in the ocean, because we don't want to mess with all that. We don't want to mess with all that. Okay, you guys think, is this enough saplings? What do you guys think? I'm just kidding. It is more than enough saplings. And luckily for us, oh, let's go grab our hoe. That way we can get a ton of, you know, is there a quicker way to get down in here? Yeah, that's right. Got a little access door. I saw it drowned out here. I was like, I want a door. So I put a door. There we go. That's the end of that story. Now we have a door there. Makes it, or maybe we already had it there, I don't know, but I did see a drown down there, and I was like, this is not good. Apples? I would love some golden apples. Oh my goodness, everything must sink. It like sinks and then it floats. It's super weird. I know what they're going for, like the physics. Like you drop something in water, sometimes it'll, you know, like sink initially because the gravitational force, you know, has a lot of momentum going in the water, and then it'll kind of slowly float back up. But a sapling, an apple, I don't think they're gonna sink that far. I don't know. I gotta be honest, I was expecting maybe another apple. And maybe we have gotten one and it just sank. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Where are the apples? I guess everything will kind of float back up. Oh, I thought that was I thought that was something grabbing my apples. Yeah, it's just a bunch of saplings. You know, I gotta say that's a little bit weird. You know, I know fortune doesn't like increase the number you get, but it increases the chance you get one whenever you break stuff. So I'm not really sure on that one. I don't know. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Anyways, I'm gonna get a bunch of wood. So I'll see you guys in just a bit. Bruh, I'm like, you know, about to, you know, grow all these in a row, and then this monster of a tree is like, hold on, brother, I must spawn now. It's like the biggest, this is the biggest oak tree variant that there is. It's just like, all right, we're gonna spawn in. Look how big. Like, dude. Like, come on, leave some room for the rest of us, man. You versus the tree girl tells you not to worry about type of situation here. I mean, look at this. Look at this thing. It's giant. Giant tree. Oh, okay. We've got another apple at some point. Well, cool. Okay. Well, anyways, I just wanted to come back and, you know, share my frustrations with these giant trees. Absolutely giant. I was just going to grow all these like this and then just like mine them in one big chunk tree. Because we got the bone meal for it. And, you know, figure why not. Bro. Nice. You know, one thing I want to do, even though I'm kind of in the middle of, you know, something else, I gotta repair this armor, man. This armor's, we repaired it so many times. I'm afraid it's gonna be uber expensive to repair. No, it's not bad. Oh, that cost 17 to repair. Can't even afford that one. Can't afford that one. Okay. All right. Well, we started with like 116 levels, and people are always like, that's so many levels. But you see how quick we just roasted through all the levels? Like, we already don't have any again. We like literally already don't have any again. So, it is what it is. I came down here to get bones. That's what I came down here to get, because we ran out of bone meal fairly quickly. We're kind of roasting through these trees. But look, we got 9 apples now. That's 9 golden apples, baby. All right, so we successfully have a 100... I didn't even look up. Oh, no. We have a successfully 100% solid Chonkamus Maximus tree. 100% solid oak wood. So this is how much wood we have now. You know, really not that much, but this is everything we have. I'm going to mine the whole thing, collect everything. And I'll open the screen again so we can literally just do a direct comparison. Probably gonna have to sleep here in a moment as well. But this is what we have before, and this is what we have after. That's right. I went back and watched the video clip so I could get the same tone as the, you know, clip where I ended it. So that's quite a bit of wood. More saplings than we're ever gonna need. Not as many apples as I thought. I mean, it's what it is. I'm not really that upset about the apples. I do need to take away the dirt. I'm going to try to take it away in a way that'll leave the water flowing. So I guess like maybe like this is fine. Honestly, I think it would fill itself in either way. I'll come back to pick up the dirt because as you can see, we don't have any inventory space at all. Literally none. So we're going to go into here and we're going to go into our wood chest and we're just going to put up all the wood just like that. And we're going to put up all these saplings. We're going to take this. Take this, boom, 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 and make as many golden apples as we can, and then make them back into gold blocks, and then put the gold blocks back up. 18 golden apples is quite a bit. We'll put those in here in kind of our, you know, primary chest, and we should have enough room for the dirt since it's literally just one stack. Hopefully none of it sank to the bottom of the ocean. You would hope not, but sometimes Minecraft's like, you know what, we're gonna sink your dirt to the bottom of the ocean, dude, and what are you gonna do about it? You're gonna keep playing. You're just gonna keep playing. That's how it keeps you in here, man. It sinks all your stuff to the bottom. Okay, so yeah, we threw out that one extra dirt. I remember that. Close up the door so nothing sneaky comes in behind us. And we could probably put up all this bone meal, stuff like that, saplings, any extra sticks, any extra wood. Okay, so I don't remember exactly what is this like. Is this gonna be another 32 chests? That might be enough. It might be enough. I don't know exactly, but I'm going to say it might be. It's honestly quicker to collect everything out of here. I think just doing that is probably way quicker. Okay. And then we can go ahead and just like, just so they're stocked up. Because, you know, you never know. Whenever you come back to here, it's kind of annoying. Oh, I got to go grab coal. Oh, I got to do this. So we'll stock them up with enough for a stack each. And then a little bonus coal in there. Now, obviously, we have a lot more extra coal. The reason I needed so many chests is because we also have to make hoppers. 53 hoppers. I mean, do we want to use all of our iron? I don't know. We'll start with like that much, just because we don't have very much iron. Surprisingly, I think we literally might have more diamonds than we have iron. Oh, that's actually that's kind of funny. That's actually kind of funny. So maybe we make this area into it, but I feel like I need like a big auto smelter. I need like a big auto smelter. Do we have any glass? Not really. So I think for our auto smelter, we're gonna make it underground. I'm saying it in a kind of a question tone because I really don't know. You know what? Sure. We're gonna make it like right here. We're gonna start it right here. It's gonna be like a 4 high room, and then we'll probably have to make it a little taller or whatever. I don't really care. Yep. I'm going to dig out a fairly large room. I think it needs to be longer than it is wide, but I always like a little bit of room. You always like a little bit of breathing room in these kind of rooms. Otherwise, you know, they get a little cramped, man, and they feel a little drab. You don't want to be feeling drab when you're down here, okay? You want to be feeling good. No drab. Anti-drab. Oh, and that's actually super nice if that's dirt. That means it'll be way easier to clear out. I'm not going to make this look fancy. This is a purely utilitarian type of build. I don't give a heck. That's right. I don't give a heck how this thing looks. All right. This is purely utilitarian. I don't know how far back we're going to go. Oh, is that really all the water? Okay. What? Bro, what's that? It's the world's smallest cave. World's smallest cave over here. All right, well, give me a little bit. Let me dig this thing out. Okay, so this should be big enough. I'm assuming. I really don't know. I'm trying to think of the most compact way to do this. So they need an input on the side. Okay. I think I know how I want to do this. We're just going to do... Yeah. So we're just going to do like this, okay? We're going to have a very long line of furnaces. And... I'm trying to think... Yeah. Okay. I actually have an idea. Okay. So these inputs are going to be for the coal. Okay. Now there's a way we can make it where... Yeah, there is a way we can make it where these will... Well, they'll deposit... see, that wouldn't work because that would mean that I was going to do a line of hoppers going on top of this. What that would make it do is that it would have to fill up all these hoppers and furnaces completely with coal. So it would have to fill up, 6 stacks of coal, 5 in here plus 1 in here before it would start to fill up the next one. Nah, we're not going to be doing all that. And then obviously, you're going to need hoppers that go into here. So these will be your output chests. See, I feel like there's a way to make them. See, now for the output chests, I think it would be okay. I need more hoppers. I knew this. I knew I would need so many more hoppers. And look at me over here. I'm like, I'm not going to need those hoppers. Like, bro, get out of here. You need those hoppers, my guy. You need those hoppers. You probably need some more chests as well. Go ahead and craft those. Just get them out of the way. Whew. All right. This turned out to be a pretty big episode. Then we're going to have to go figure out a place near here, somewhat near here, to gather mass quantities of sand. I mean, mass quantities of sand. We're not talking a couple sand here and there. We're talking mass quantities of sand. So in terms of filling them up with sand, this will technically accomplish that. So what this is going to do is we're just going to be putting... We don't have to access any of these. But what is this? I'm not sure. It's something else. So I'm going to break out a little area right here. So this is going to be access. We're going to dump all the sand in here. It's going to travel down to this one first. And then it's going to go all the way down to the end. And fill all those up with sand. Now, we could do kind of the same thing with coal. But like I said, we don't have enough coal to be doing something like that. Wait. Wait a darn tootin' flippin' half-eighth quarter second. We've got the ultimate fuel. We've got blaze rods. What am I doing? So this will fill up everything. So we input coal, And then output. We ran out of iron. We ran out of iron. Oh no, what do we do? We gotta go to our other base anyways, grab blaze rods. But yeah, we we ran out of iron. Yeah, I mean, I thought we had all those. We have iron blocks somewhere, don't we? Or did we use all of them for something? I can't quite remember. Honestly, I can't quite remember. But what I'm gonna do, and just to test this thing's throughput out, I'm gonna put up all this. I'm gonna put up everything but my sword. Okay, I'm gonna put up all the dirt because we're gonna go grab a whole thing of blaze rods. We're even gonna put up our blue bed. Wait, why wouldn't we just? Oh, we just put it there. We'll keep our food with us. I'm never going to use you. You are ugly. Get out of here. The furnaces, we'll put them like, I don't know. We'll just keep them with us. It's okay. It's one less stack of blaze rods, but we'll probably have to go back multiple times anyways. So I don't think one slot's gonna trip us up too bad. So this again is the fuel. So we can put this in here. Now, like I said, how this is gonna work is it's gonna fill up this first furnace. But the issue is that it has to fill up, I think, 2 hoppers worth of, I don't know, we'll figure it out. This is all you need a kelp farm to kind of like feed one of these. Oh, we're gonna build a kelp farm. I think we might build a kelp farm. I don't know. Wasn't on my list to do today. Wasn't on my list to do. Let's go check out our tertiary third base. And let's go check out if there's iron somewhere hidden. Or maybe it's somewhere in here. There's a chance that I had iron blocks somewhere and I just like threw them away. I really don't know. I really don't know. I know I'm gonna need a minecart. Which one of these has 3 in it? Okay, you have 2. Actually, you know what? No, we could just take this one and just kind of like. Yeah, I have an idea. So we're gonna take it right to where that deviation off the path happens, and we're gonna swing on it real quick. I'm going to do it in a safe spot like here. Swing. And then we'll put it right here because that's where we're going to be going. Did I, for some reason, leave it in here? Or up on the nether roof? Or you know, where did I put it? We're also going to grab our blaze rods while we're in here. There's one in there. What is going on? We have another silk touch. We have another silk touch pickaxe in there. That's good to know. But yeah, I can show you the changes I made to the blaze farm. I probably should get more than one. I guess we don't really need those anymore. So yeah, I ended up removing all this like crazy stuff in here, and this is literally the simplest thing ever. There's a window in here so you can hit them. Basically, well, I mean, I can kind of show you, but they'll just like wander around in here randomly, and then they get trapped in this ladder thing, and they try to climb up. And for some reason, when they're climbing, it doesn't like take into account. I know it's 2 iron, but 2 more stacks of blaze rods. They just wander in there. They just kind of push each other. See, look, he's over there, and then eventually they'll start climbing. It's weird. They just wander. And for some reason, you still get a few entity cramming deaths, but not really any notable amounts anymore. This thing works like crazy good, dude. That's how we got all those levels. But I got to be careful. If I left this on overnight, it would have so many that it would just crash the world. So I've got to be a little careful on that. I don't want to lose the world to something like that. Maybe there'd be like something like a program I could use to remove all the entities. I think maybe. So I guess it's not like wouldn't be the biggest concern, but I'm still pretty concerned about that. I don't want to lose the world. I don't want to touch this world with some weird programs. I just want to have the world not fail. So let's see. Maybe I threw the iron. I'm looking. No. I'm like triple looking at everything. Okay, so there's some glass in here, some coal in here. It's fine. We'll keep it up here. We needed all that glass to build the tunnel up there and everything. Still in absolute shock that this works. I honestly just don't want to touch it. Okay, well, so it's not up here. So maybe it's just there's a good chance it's just in our third base. For some reason, it might be. We'll go check. Let me go down this ladder real quick. Now, I would add, like a water bucket at the bottom of this ladder, but We're in the Nether. That would not be good. See, like, how is there a minecart in here, but it's not on the other end? It's like, I know some points I'll, like, get out and I'll just start running, and I won't take the minecart, and then I'm like, what am I doing? Especially if I'm just trying to play slow. Like, I really don't care if I'm in a minecart or not, so that's probably why it's in there, but still really confusing. All right. So, let's see if there's anything crazy happening. Maybe we go peek around in that bastion. I don't know about all that. Nah, we're not gonna peek around in the bastion. We don't have any blocks. We don't have. That would be a bad idea. We need gold apples for that kind of deal, that type of deal. We're not gonna go. I mean, maybe at the end of the episode, if we're feeling real crazy, we could go, take a little peek. Take a little peek, just to make sure there's not any illegal activity, for instance, going on in that bastion. I mean, lawless out there. Those bastions, they are. And plus, we could find, netherite smithing template, which would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Wouldn't mind like a netherite pickaxe or something like that. Can you hit me? Hey! Hey! That like made me jump, actually. I'm sorry if it made you jump. It almost hit me. I didn't realize how close this was. Someone told me in a comment, they were like, I actually really like the nether fog. I feel like it adds to the nether. And that's a beautiful thing. I mean, you might like, oh, another fortress. Kind of useless, but cool. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I can see why some people like it. I don't know. I just feel like I want to be able to see stuff. Did I, for some reason, put it in here? I did not. Okay. I feel like there's like a 20% chance that it's here. I felt like I had a stack of iron blocks, and I don't know for what purpose I would have used those for. Maybe, maybe it was all those hoppers in that big gold crafting system. There's 12 iron in here. 5 emeralds. Buckets. 64. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to get this stuff out of here eventually, but no, unfortunately not. There is no insanely large amount of iron just hiding. 12 iron, I mean, I don't really, you know what I mean? Type of deal, like, I don't really need, like, it's, it is what it is. It's really not that big of a deal. We should, I believe you use the blaze rods themselves as fuel, I think. So, yeah. All right. Well, anyways, I'm going to make a bunch of trips to here and then back to our secondary base because we're going to have to get all of the blaze rods. And I'll start collecting more. If you'd like to get in the minecart, you can. In fact, it might be kind of funny. Get in the minecart. See ya. See ya. See ya. We want to be ya. That's right. My boy's taking a luxury ride. He didn't even pay for a ticket. You missed. You missed. You ain't all that. Ah, you missed. Yeah. Hiya. I love Mojang. Like, what is that? Disappearing gas. It's not like it was, out of my, range, and it was kind of, disappearing off screen. Didn't really matter. Just straight. I don't have a minecart. Oh, this is such a longer run on foot. And oh, man, we're going to have to sprint. Do not look at me. Do not look at me. Do not look at me. Don't. Oh. Yeah, that'd be one of those, it wouldn't be a run ender, but it'd be close. All right, well, I'm going to run all the way back. I'm going to, play stupid games, right? All right, well, I guess he's just in the minecart for now, but I can't have that. And now they all hate me, but I can't. You just can't do that. I caused it. I'm aware. Okay, I am aware I caused it, but I can't have all that. So we don't really need more furnaces. Not sure why I kept them with us. But like I said, I mean, this is going to be like probably at least one more trip ordeal because we've got to go get the rest of those blaze rods. But, like, I don't need all these furnaces. Like, I really don't. I'm also probably not going to need... I will need more hoppers. I realize now I need more iron. There's no getting around the fact that I need more iron. Because right now, these have no output. Right? It'd be nice if they had an output. So we'll just put all those in there. I'm going to go grab the rest of those. But yeah, like for right now, like we'll have the output chest be like, you know, around here, I guess. I don't know. Okay, well, yeah. it's just gotta be there. You know, we'll just put the hoppers. Oh no, sir. Okay, yeah, we've gotta prevent that. Let's go grab our pickaxe. Okay, so let's grab our pickaxe and Uno dirt. Come here, dirt. Get ugly dirt. All right, we'll just pick all those up. Put them back in there. Okay. So like I said, it's got to fill that up, and then it's got to fill that up. I don't know if it has to fill this one up or not. I'm kind of curious. Let's just like fill this one up. So after this one's full, does it have to fill up this one, or no? Does it move to this one? Okay, so it moves to the next one. So it doesn't have to fill these up, but it does have to fill those up, which is perfectly fine. I think we have enough stuff to do that. Maybe. I'm not quite sure, but maybe. So we'll put these hoppers up for now. We're going to have to go get more iron. I really want to find a deep iron vein. I feel like that's completely possible. I don't know how I have not found one yet. But yeah, either way, enough yapping. I'm going to go back to our blaze farm, grab a ton more blaze rods, and then I will hopefully get all of them in this run. We'll see. It's actually a really quick trip because we don't have to go to that third base, right? We literally go right here. We go right here. We click a button, fill up our inventory, click a button, and we're back. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, so that is the run of blaze rods, and we can go ahead and like we can just like fill these up pretty easily. This one is full of stone. Is there a bunch of like stone and stuff in these guys? I don't want these guys jam-packed full of stone. Is this one getting filled up? Yes, it is. Okay. I don't know. We might have enough room. I guess we'll just have to kind of see. This doesn't really need to be. It doesn't really matter. It's not that important. Not that important. Okay, so we got to go try to find a big iron vein. We have a pickaxe. I don't really know what else we would need to find one of these. We don't need this, and we don't need this. We're going to go all the way to the bottom, and we're just going to look. I don't know if they're like below a certain biome, or I know they can be at like any depth, I think. I actually don't know how to find these, which is kind of funny. So we're just going to run around blind and try to find a big iron vein, because there's like no iron down here, right? So if we don't find a big iron vein, we'll literally just find no iron. What is this? Oh, that's the sitting spot for our skeleton farm. I honestly completely forgot that we had a skeleton farm. Like, I literally completely forgot that we had a skeleton farm. I just haven't been down here in so long. We haven't needed bones. Yeah, you go down here, right? Yeah, and there's like a little room with no torches for some reason. Why is there no torches in here? Yeah, and then you kill them right there. Huh. Okay. And I can also make those like I have those big rooms for anti-mob cramming, but entity cramming, whatever you want to call it. There's a way easier way with those ladders. I don't need to do that anymore. I didn't realize there was such an easier way. And I don't know. I just thought it was like impossible to fix. So I guess I'm just going to look for one of those deep iron veins. Honestly, I have no idea what they look like. We don't need like a ton of iron, so maybe we can just go get by just finding a little bit. But I don't think I've seen one of those yet. Those you know what I'm talking about, those like big, thick iron veins that are like in the tuff. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Dude, my armor is going to get slammed in here, man. I see more diamonds. I almost like don't want to get any more diamonds. Of course, we're going to get diamonds always, but I just have that like I have so many diamonds. All right, well, let me look around for one of these cool veins. Yeah, we can make that. And let's see if we can, I'll see if we can find one. I don't know. I haven't found any of those big, I don't remember what they're called. Like just big veins, big iron ore veins. I don't know. There's probably a name for them, but I am unaware of what that name is. Or even could be. Large vein of iron. What would you call that? A big vein of iron? Like, I don't know. I feel like I would have seen it down here. I would have remembered if it was down in here. I don't know. I'll keep looking. Okay, I don't know if this is one or if this is just like some iron mixed with some tough. I honestly, I don't know how to tell the difference. Like, is this has gotta be one, right? Yes, yes. Okay, so we actually found one. So this was not far away at all. I actually almost didn't come back because I did not think this was one. So let me give you a little point of view. I'll walk through here. This is literally like right next to our big area. And there might even be, is there one right there? No. It's usually you just have to look for tough and iron. But yeah, that's where we fell down, was right there. I literally walked into here and I was like, I don't remember like being in here. And to be fair, I don't really think I've been in here very much at all. Did see an Enderman walking around, but not a big concern. I am going to go ahead and plug this up. I remember why I always have a water bucket too. A zombie set me on fire. And that was great. Yeah, it's actually really close. So if we don't end up mining all of it right now, because they're usually like huge. Like they're usually like big veins. So we'll just have to see. I mean, there's not really a way to know when it's like empty. You just kind of have to like find the direction it's going and like keep mining. They're really weird. I don't know. I really like them, but they're just not that common. So I don't like consider them part of my playstyle. At least when I'm mining. Like, is there any over here? No. So you have to like keep going in the direction you find it. All right. Well, I'm going to mine this thing out and we'll see how much iron we end up with. Hopefully a lot. We'll see. Okay, well, I think this is probably going to be enough. We have 41 diamonds now. More iron than we actually got from the Stony Peaks, which is sick. But I don't think there's any more in here. I've tried to make little branches out in every direction. There's just really not. I'm sure there's more. Like, you know, if I like mined a little bit, you know, I could find more or whatever. But yeah, I think for the most part, by the way, you can make some beautiful tough blocks now. So throwing away the tough, no, we're not going to be throwing away the tough. You can make some really cool blocks, especially these tough bricks are beautiful. We're going to be keeping those. But yeah, I don't really think, like I tried to go this direction, tried to go over here. Anyways, let's get back. We even went up here and got some. Oh my gosh, dude. These things are so big. Like, you see how big that was? Like, that took like 30 minutes of mining, which is fine. I mean, I enjoy mining, but you could stay in those all day. There's some of them that are like giant. You just don't know how big they are, which is kind of fun. But yeah, we definitely don't, oh my goodness. We definitely don't need to get iron now for a little bit, because we shouldn't be using quite many more, or that many more hoppers. I guess we'll have to see. Dude, come on, man. Come on. Come on. Give me a little something. Yeah, also, or stop giving me a little something. I 64 diamond. You're not gonna kill my vibe, skeleton. I don't care. I don't care what you think. You can just shoot at me. See, that's how unimportant you are. I don't even care. You shoot at me, I don't care. I don't like this situation, but I see diamonds. Those are glow lichen, not diamonds. The great tricking of the Neo-Cubist. Seriously, glow lichen like tricks my eyes all the time. Especially if it's in my peripheral, I'll like think it's diamonds. Like right there, I can obviously tell, but sometimes when it's in the dark, like, is this a big vein? Chances are it's not, so I'm not gonna. Even if it was, I don't need any more right now. We're good. We're done. I should probably also light up like the one area where I usually land, just like around all this. I think that would be wise. You can blow up and make like a nice little. All right. I don't even care. All right, well, I'll meet you guys back at the top of our base. We're going to smelt up some iron and make the hoppers for the output section. Now, hopefully this has been, like, we've been close enough to where it's loaded all this in and it's just been kind of running. Is this a big... I see, if there's tough and iron, it makes me think that there's a big vein here, but... no, I don't think so. Sometimes it's just random. So is this a slime chunk, like, right there? So we could make a slime farm there, but we already have an area for a slime farm. We're fine. Okay. All right. Back up we go. All right. Let's find out. Was this thing distributing while we were down in there? Yes. So how far did we get? Ha! Okay. So this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay. So we're on to this one right here. So if it did, we might have enough. Might. I don't quite think we're going to have enough, but either way, that's more than enough to smelt like forever. like how are you going to need more than that? In what situation do you need more than that? Okay, so we can now get back to the... Oh, okay, we can't get back to the 25 diamond blocks. We can't get close. Now, remember I said I'm going to put a stack in here, you know, just as a nice little surprise. Well, now that surprise is very nice because all of our coal is nice and nested in its own areas. And we even have extra coal, so this is a good thing. This is a good thing. We'll have we even have extra iron, which is a very good thing. I don't really have room for that, so we'll just like, I don't know, slap this in here, throw this in there, bada bing, bada boom. There is an elephant in my room. Okay, something like that. Just because it's a lot, and I don't want to, you know, completely jam this chest up, even though it's literally jammed up all the way. Whatever, it's fine. I don't care. I don't care. It doesn't bother me that all of our chests are full again. How does this happen? 1 carrot. We could do without that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We will take torches. As many torches as I can get. I really don't have any. I don't have any torches anywhere. I'm not keeping that. I'm sorry. Look at this chest and tell me I need to keep that. I'm not keeping that. There's no point. All right. Well, I'm going to let these smelt. I feel like, did we put, yeah, we put the chests in here. We have coal in there. We do have 27 diamonds in there. You know, we have enough stuff for some torches, but didn't this one have 16? Yeah, so we could technically take that out and make a few torches. I think that would be okay. That would be appropriate, right? Should be fine. Okay. So I don't know how much these have smelted so far. Probably not that much. I'm just going to let them smelt and watch a video. Hold on. All right. I don't know how much time it's been, but yeah, we should be good. That should be enough. We're just going to make the extra iron. We maybe don't need it, but I don't know. I always think I don't need any more hoppers, and then we get to a situation where we need more. Like, ironically enough, we need more chests. Now, I don't think we're going to need more than, like, however many that is. That'll probably be fine. Keep in mind, these are the output chests. So, I want the outputs to be, like... Honestly, I'd rather just have them kind of be in the middle. I feel like that would be good. So, we could have the outputs be... Except we need them to... Hold on. Is there a midpoint here? Not really. So we'll have the outputs lead to here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the first chest like right here. And I should need to get behind here a little bit. I'm actually going to need to... I need to go get my full assortment of tools. I think there's a reason you have everything. Okay. That's mostly everything. Minus the bow and stuff that we probably will not need. So we can go back to here. Just like this. Again, these are just the outputs. And we'll go ahead and just like torch this up. We might not be able to have a torch like right there, but right there and there. And these hoppers are going to go into here. So again, these are the output chests. So everything that comes out of these furnaces will go into here. I'm talking my way through it. You probably understand how this works, but sometimes my brain gets a little confused on this kind of stuff. So it's just all going to output into there. All right. Okay. And then we need to break this. And we can go ahead and put those two back. And yeah, it'll go into this chest right here. And then we'll just... I'm thinking, like, do we want to have... We probably want to have more than one output chest. So we could just have them go down like this. We would need a ladder, but we can... Okay. Maybe we should go grab the ladder. Well, yeah, let's go grab the ladder, because I don't want to have to build some sort of wonky staircase to get out of there and ruin the aesthetic. You know, that room is so aesthetic already. And we already have the ladders crafted. And like 8 output chests should be enough. If we get more than that, I don't think we'll ever get more than that. But if we do, cool. But we won't. I can just promise. There's no way. Okay. So we'll have the output be right there. Or the ladder be right there. And we'll have the output chest be right here. I don't know exactly how this is going to work. But something like this. Right? Okay. And then we'll break to get behind. And then like this, this, and this. Now, I think that'll work. We'll see if it does. If it doesn't, I can probably fix it like... probably fix it pretty easy. I guess we'll just have to kind of see. Okay, so not that pretty, but it should be functional. I don't know. Did this end up filling up all the way? Why is there a torch in there? Please, all this stuff get out of here. No, so it stopped right here. Okay. Honestly, I think it'll be fine even if, like, you know, 80% of it is running. So now we get to go collect sand. And by collect sand, I mean collect all of the sand in the world. We're literally going to collect every bit of sand in the entirety of this whole world. I'm kidding, of course, but it's going to feel like that because we're going to just bring a shovel. We're literally just going to bring a shovel and food, obviously. And then probably our blue bed. I don't even want to bring a sword because I don't foresee myself fighting anything out here. Like, I highly doubt there's going to be any enemies that we need to fight unless there's, like, pillagers. Now, this sand right there, there's really not that much. So maybe we try to find, like, an island or something out here. I mean, that's a small island. That's an option. Honestly, the closer the better. So I'm going to go ahead and just, well, closer the better as he doubles the render distance. I'm going to make the render distance a little bit higher and just see, because, like, yeah, I didn't even know that beach was over there. That might be quickest. Yeah, I mean, like, I really don't know. I guess I'll go up here to see, because it's kind of hard to see from down there. Yeah, I think the desert over there is probably our best course of action. So, a little bit of a ride, but it's not that bad. I don't want to, like, build a minecart to it or something. I mean, that would be a little silly. So we will go over there. I will collect sand. I'm not going to make you watch me collect sand, but I'll come back in when we're dumping our first load of sand into the auto smelter, and we'll see how she functions. Okay, so that is a full inventory of sand, and I'm very lucky we have this near us. I didn't actually look at it and, like, see how big it is. Yeah, I think this will, yeah. And then, hey, there's another whole desert over there. So I think we should be good. But yeah, we cleared out a pretty good sized chunk of it. And as the sun sets, we head back home. And let's go see if this thing will accept our sand. See if the system works that we spent 30 minutes making and gathering stuff for. We'll see, hopefully. I can't see why it wouldn't. All right. We are back home. Let's make this discovery together. I can't see why it wouldn't work. I feel like I have okay. I feel like I have a good enough understanding of hoppers, and this should work. So this is our input chest, and we will fill it up. So it should fill up this one first. And then I think it's going to have to fill up this hopper as well. So we'll be in the same sort of situation. So we'll just have to kind of come back. We're just going to get inventories and inventories full of sand. The only issue is we'll have to make this, like, you know, input section a little bit bigger, but shouldn't be that big of a deal. I'm going to do like 2 or 3 of those trips, maybe just 2 to start with, and see where we're at from there. But I'd rather have the machine running while we're building, so that way we don't have to, like, deal with a bunch of, I don't know, like, waiting, basically. So, yep, I will just collect more of those, and I'll catch you back when I've gotten a good bit. All right, well, we got batch number 2. It's about to go in. I don't think we're going to need more than 2. Like, this is already so much sand. So we can chain, like, daisy chain some of these chests together, which I think I'm going to do. Just because this thing's so big. It's already ugly. I can't really make it look any worse, so I'm not really too concerned about the appearance here. I just need to grab 1 extra hopper here. And all I got to do is just kind of go in the ceiling here a little bit. I know I kind of filled this in. Maybe we'll unfill it. And we'll literally just have a little area like this. And then we'll just have it go. I didn't even grab the chest. I need the chest too. I got to go let my dog out, so I'm trying to hurry. Because, yeah, the steroids that we have to give her for the autoimmune condition she has makes her have to potty more. It's fine. I mean, I'm home. I work at home, so it's really not that big of a deal. Trying to think of the easiest way to be able to get to it. Honestly, I'm just going to put it right here. I know this is not, like, the most efficient way or whatever. But, oh, man, do I not have my axe? I'm so ready to have all my tools again, man. I'm so ready to have all my tools again. Oh, I can't even open that. There we go. Okay, sand will go into there. There we go. Yeah, so I'll have to go up in there. Whatever. I don't care. I want to know what's back. What is back in here, though? What is this? Where we go? We must have been collecting cobblestone or something at some point. I really don't know. But I'm just going to cut that off so it doesn't look even worse than it has to. Something like that. Okay, we'll put some torches in there so it's nice and bright. Okay. And then this thing should be cooking all the way, and it should be ending up down in here. Now, obviously, it hasn't really started yet because only one furnace is going, because it's got to fill up this entire thing, and then it's going to move on to the next one, which is stuck because it has andesite in it. So we're going to have to, like, I might go in here and check all these real quick, because, yeah, there might be a few little hiccups here and now. So I'm going to let the dog out. I'm going to go walk around outside for a little bit. And I'm just going to let this thing run. I don't know why I'm concerned about something getting me, but now I don't have to be. All right, well, I just ate some food and wanted to check out how this thing goes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, she's cooking. So I guess, is that all the sand? Yeah, so all the sand is in here. So how much are we making? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think we actually might be good to start. Cool. Okay. So, again, all of these hoppers are going to be completely full. And they're all cooking like, dude, we haven't even touched any of the fuel. Yeah, I think we're in a pretty good state. That thing should literally just cook. I mean, it's cooking right now. And it shouldn't stop. Now, I want to ask a few questions. How am I hearing you guys? You better not be on my base. If you're on my base, I'm going to be very unhappy. Oh! A wandering trader. What kind of trades do you have? I see you're invisible, but you're not that sneaky. You don't have nothing. So I have to kill your llamas so I can get the leads. Very sorry. I just need the leads. Yeah. Yeah. Where is this guy? He's trying to hide. He's trying to hide the bad deals from me. Yeah, honestly, it's not that big of a deal. But I did want to keep the leads. I feel like they're really cool to have. All right, so let's go start to try to outline where... these are kind of a rare item, I'd say. I don't know how rare of an item flint is, but you know what? It's managed to find its way there. I'll let it stay there, at least for now. At least for now. Okay, so... I'm basically going to make an outline around this thing. I'm going to go ahead and take my invisibility potion, take off all my armor, and that'll make this so much easier. I'm going to just take a couple of these, and we'll just kind of swim over there. My understanding is that you want to make a box like around it, like the exact kind of shape. But let me make sure I get this right, because I really... Yeah, you swim so much slower with all this fancy armor on. You know what? We'll put on the fancy armor to swim over there. And once we get close. We're also going to have to take away all of this kelp, man. This stuff is just... Honestly, we could start to do it now. We just have to break it from the bottom up. Maybe this is where all the lag is coming from, too. I don't know. I'm literally going to break every last one of these, dude. Oh my god, that's so much stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if this is what's causing the lag, because it does have a little bit of an animation. So maybe that's what's been causing all of our lag? I don't know. I mean, I know it's lagging right now, but that's because there's like, you know. But... No more. No more. Oh my god, I don't want to swim up around that stuff and get it. Like, I don't want it. I don't want you, bro. Get out of here, you icky. Yo, icky. Icky kelp. We're just clearing this out because, dude, this is too much. I don't mind if it's like sparse like that, but like, why in the world is there so much? Is it because it's around an ocean monument? Does that make it spawn more frequently, I guess? Who knows? I do know that it is just, it's too much. so many items. Even when they bunch up, it's probably still too much for the game to handle. Like, I don't even know. So the ocean monument's like over there. And like, we literally couldn't even see the ocean monument from our base because there's just so much kelp, dude. Look at how much kelp. Like, I know they're attacking me, but like, bro, there's so much. It's like a laggy mess. Okay, well, let me take care of this stuff. I'll be back. Jeez Louise. Oh, that's why I'm taking damage, because I'm drowning. Dude, look how many items are here. Oh. Gee, I wonder why it's lagging. I mean, we can fill up our inventory in like 2 seconds. So it seems like I'm allowed to have a helmet on and they can't see me, which at least gives me respiration. I can't put my boots on, but I don't really need them until I'm breaking stuff. But like, yeah, I don't think we're definitely gonna have a little bit of low FPS until that until that goes away. So I'm just gonna, I guess, take out a little bit more. It's hard to get it on the actual ocean monument because I feel like, I don't know. But basically, I don't know if it needs to be like just around the ocean monument, like in a square shape like this. Which this one actually is going to be super easy to drain. This one's not very deep at all. Usually they're way deeper. Like this one is not deep at all. So we actually got super lucky. But I'm going to look up like how big of a distance do you actually want to make the area around it. Because I don't want to go back and do it again. I don't really think it's a thing you can really go back and like, oh, I'm just going to go back and do that real quick. You'd have to redo the whole thing. And like, yeah, I got to say I'm good on redoing the whole thing. I think I'll be good on that front. Oh my God, there's so much kelp. You guys ever seen this many items in one spot? I can't wait for that 5-minute timer, man. I'll tell you what. I'm going to be a happy camper when that 5-minute timer happens. Jeez, dude. And I think maybe if I turned up my entity render distance, yeah, see, now you can see all of them. Dude. That's crazy. That's actually a crazy screenshot. Kelp galore. The kelpocalypse. Let's go ahead and turn that back up. Back to 100. Back to 100, please. Okay, well, anyways, I am going to, I'm going to look up how far around this thing you want to section off, so hold on. Okay, good. So I just watched a video. Looks like all the stuff has gone away, too. I just watched a video. I guess I need to re-up on my potion here. That showed, like, a big, like, 138 diameter circle, and I was like, oh God, do I need to make one that big? No. So actually, the guardians can only spawn, technically, in the area of the ocean monument. Now, I'm going to go a little bit further, and I'm going to go, like, I don't know. 1. Okay. This is a big decision here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe 5 outside of it. So 5, 1, 2, 3. Wait, what? 1, 2. Bro, why did swimming do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the block. Okay. So 5 and then the block. Let me do that on every corner here real quick. Okay, and then I'm going to build this around just so we can get an idea on the surface of how big this thing's really going to be. Bruh. I'm like coming over to the corner here and my only reaction is bruh. So I'll probably go in here and like fill this in with like stone or something. I'm not going to drain that. That's crazy. So this is the corner of the ocean monument here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then the block right here. So I'll go in there and I'll like fill that in with like smooth stone or something. Obviously the floor is not going to be that, but nah, dude. Like just nah. Okay, so I figured out you can have 1 piece of armor on, which means I should have had the boots on this whole time, but yeah, just 1 piece of armor on. So this is how big, I know it's kind of hard to see, the structure is. It's bigger than 50 by 50. I don't know the exact length of this thing, but I am going to count it because I have to make sure that it's correct. I also have to make sure that it's an odd shape. I really don't want to deal with something where I have to like, I don't know, go back and like redo the whole thing. So I'm going to swim back over to my base. I'm going to grab a material. A good way to do counts like this when they're really long is start with like a stack of materials, place them down. I'm going to use like dirt because I can break it super quickly. And it's a good way to count, right? You know, as long as you're not going to pick up that material and kind of mess up your counter, you can use the blocks as like an internal counter in a way. So we'll dive down into here. I'll show you what I mean. I think it's really easy. That's definitely, it's about as big as I was expecting. I mean, I've been, you know, planning this project for a while. So we're going to take 2 stacks of dirt. So that means we have 128 dirt to start with. There's no other dirt in our inventory. We can't get dirt anywhere. I am going to grab and put up these bottles. We're going to grab a couple invisibility pots. Go ahead and drink one here to, can you stack the duration, or is it just, no, it just goes back to 8 minutes, which is fine. It's not like a big deal. I was just definitely curious because I had never really thought about that. But yeah, you can have 1 piece of armor on, which is good. That means we can keep our boots on and swim really fast. We'll probably get some levels between episodes, stuff like that. And yeah, we're going to need them for sure. But yeah, this is a big project, guys. This is going to be super cool. We'll definitely have like a path going from that portal into an underwater tunnel that'll lead to this thing, because we can't just have it where we swim over here. That would be ridiculous. So we're going to count the links of one of these sides. We're going to start off with 64, and I'll come back when I'm done. Okay, so we use 64 plus 6, which is 70, which is an even number. You know, I think it has to be even because this structure is even, which is fine. So it's 70 blocks, right? Because yeah, 64 minus 6 would be 58, and then we used a whole other stack. Okay. Now getting this back, honestly, should be fine. Just kind of break it as you run. Should pick it all up. Don't want to get too far ahead of yourself. It's a good way when you do sugarcane, just kind of pulse it. Okay, we definitely lost a little bit here. We'll go back. We'll find it. Looks like a lot of it. Yeah, literally right there. And I'm going to count all of these edges and make sure that they're all 70 blocks, because if they're not, I don't know. It's not that big of a deal, but we'd have to go back and like break one of these frames out, and I really don't want to do that, but if we have to, we have to. I'm going to count one on camera. It's pretty simple, literally just walking and placing blocks. Let's see, did we get to 70? It means we need to see 58 dirt in the other stack. Yep, that one is good. And so if those two are square, chances are that one is too, but you just, actually those, that literally means it has to be, right? There's no way it would be out of whack. So if you measure 2 sides of a square and they're the same, the other 2 literally have to be, because of magic stuff that is math. Magic math stuff that I don't want to talk about because I hate math and geometry, trigonometry, whatever it is. So now we get to basically what I'm going to do. And this is the only part we're going to do like in an episode, is we're going to fill in the walls. Now I do need to grab some materials so that I can fill in that floor. Obviously there's going to be like a floor material in here. I don't know how much of this we're going to have to dig out, but I assume I kind of want it on the bottom level of the ocean monument. And like I said, this is an absolute wonder that our ocean monument is like in such a shallow area. Usually they're in very deep waters, and it makes the draining process take so much longer. So we got uber lucky with this, and it makes me really happy. A lot of people do circles around ocean monuments. I don't know why. Like, I feel like a square is fine. It's still going to look beautiful. We're going to make it into a giant underwater castle thing. Like, sticks out of the water. It's going to be beautiful, dude. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. We'll put up this. We'll grab a few more of these invisibility pots. And let me prep my inventory. Honestly, I don't really care what it's filled in with. I'm just going to grab like andesite, diorite. I'll even grab cobblestone. Like, I really do not care what this is filled in with. It's not going to be that big of a deal either way, because it's going to get covered up like completely. So let's go over there and make sure that we're not, you know, just talking crazy. Okay, so this corner looks like it's, yeah, so it's definitely, I'm trying to find like the bottom of it, right? And it looks like the bottom of it is like right here, I guess, technically. So if we wanted to fill that in, that would be a little bit of a pain. Sorry, I don't have my respiration helmet on, so I can't be really deep. But I can swap this for this and then breathe a lot longer. So I'm just going to fill in like this down here. Maybe to like just like this level right here. We're just going to fill this in. I'm not really... Actually, see, it's going to be outside of our wall partially. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go below this layer. Like, I'm going to go to, like, right here. Yeah, I'm going to go below this layer. Maybe even to right there. And then we're going to just put sand on top of it. So, you know, nobody's ever really going to know that that's there. But we'll just literally just drop a bunch of sand on this. Won't be a difficult thing to do at all. I'm not really worried about it. I'm going to make a little air pocket to breathe in because I don't want to go back up yet. It's just so... I'm not pressing anything, by the way. I press spacebar, WASD. What was going on there? Oh, is this a glitch? So you hold down space, you stop holding down space. Huh, okay. I guess we found out a new AFK jumping machine on accident. Don't know if that would be useful for anything, but if you were looking for an AFK jumping machine, there you go. You now have an AFK jumping machine. You just got to come onto my world on these exact coordinates at -248, -2338. Breaking the wall right there. And, you know, obviously it would probably work everywhere, but yeah, I can get enough sand to fill this in like 2 seconds. Not really concerned about filling it in right this very second, but we will have more than enough. So we won't be able to build the cool looking castle until we actually get like the farm up and cooking, because it's going to require a lot of blocks that we just quite frankly do not have, which we will get those blocks from the farm, like all the prismarine and just fancy schmancy stuff. That's super weird seeing Steve without an arm. Okay, can we do this again? We can, huh? I really don't know. I'm gonna fill that in too. I don't want to hear like water. I feel like in the future I'm gonna be sitting at this farm, like, cause this is gonna be something I just want to hang out at. It's gonna be so cool. I'm just gonna want to chill, like, in this location. So we'll probably need like, it's kind of funny. We'll probably need like 5 or so stacks of sand, something like that, to fill this in. That really actually is pretty nice that it's not that big. I thought it was way bigger when I saw it initially. That's why I came back on camera. I was like, there's no way. You gotta be kidding me with this, dude. Just ruined my whole thing. But no, not really. Not really at all. Okay, cool. So I'll put on my boots. And yeah, we'll just fill that in with sand. It, again, will take like 2 seconds. I'm going to go and grab sand from our area down over there. I got to tell you, it is still super weird. Look, I'm invisible. Oh, wait. Did my invisibility run out, or did I? Oh, no. No. Nope, nope. You know what? It's fine. You gotta put your armor on. I got hit when I didn't have any armor on, and one of their shots took out half of my health. So definitely be vigilant if you're gonna, you know, hang out in this area in the world. I know I've seen a couple people in the comments say that they're playing the same world as me, which is super cool. I love when people play along with me. And if you want to, you can do the seed. It's 1803386399. Or you can just like pause it and take the, you know, screenshot, zoom in. Even on iOS now, you can take a picture of something and then hold down on the picture to like copy and paste from it. I don't know if you guys knew that, but they unveiled that at like some Apple event when they were unveiling whatever the latest iOS is. I can't keep up. I don't think anyone can. It's not new? Oh, well, I thought it was new. I don't know. Maybe it came out in like the last 3 or 4 years, which I guess is new for me because now I'm an old guy. I'm an old man, but yeah, it's super cool. You copy and paste text from pictures. It's super nice. Super helpful, especially if you're like doing tax stuff. You might want to double check some of it, because sometimes it can gets things confused, like zeros and O's, but for the most part, you know, if it's not like a super serious thing, it works out pretty good. Okay, so we got like an inventory full of sand, and it's also going to be used to divide up the ocean monument. But before we can divide up the ocean monument, we have to tear the entire thing down. Now, I don't think I'm going to do that in the video. We'll probably end up doing that on the stream, I think. I don't know. I might do that between episodes. It could be kind of satisfying to go in and like, I don't know. I feel like I want that moment captured. We've been working, like I said, when we came out here, I was like, we're going to spend at least like 10 episodes out here. And I think that's a conservative estimate. It might be more than 10. I think it's been like 4 or 5 episodes out here now. I don't know. Someone could tell me in the comments, but it's been nice. I mean, I like having a secondary outpost, and even a tertiary outpost has been pretty nice. You know, a little. And then maybe we'll get. What would we call it if there's a 4th outpost or a 4th base? It would be our quadrary. I know that's not right. I don't know what it would be called. I guess we can take our boat now. I want to have our boat like right there because we're going to shoot off and get a bunch more sand, I'm sure. Like realistically, we're going to need so much more. Like so much more. I think at least. I hope I'm not overestimating the walls, but I'm going to keep this in sand form because we're going to need to like drop it to make these like divided segments. But we can't make those segments in there until the actual ocean monument itself is destroyed. But luckily, we're in a good spot with it not being super deep. I think there can be like a 4-block space in between these little dividers. But basically, like I'll go and show you in a second. I'm going to drink this. I'm going to put up a little bit of sand. Honestly, when I say put it up, I'm just going to put it into this chest. I'm going to put it into our input chest. Not all of it, but some of it. Yeah, we'll put in like that much because that's how many spaces we need for our inventory. Okay, all right. Let's see. How much is in here? Has it been a double chest yet? No. I don't know if this thing runs whenever I'm off doing my own thing. Honestly, I don't think that it does because I feel like there should be more in there compared to when we looked last time. So yeah, I'm just thinking it doesn't run when we're over there at the monument, which is fine. It's not the end of the world, but I thought, you know, simulation distance 12 chunks. That's not 12 chunks away. Oh, heck, dude. I don't know. Okay, so everything but the boots for now. No, we're going to want the... At least while we're swimming over there, we want the boots. Once we get over there, get the helmets, we can breathe longer. Right. Okay, and now that we're here, take off the boots, put on the helmet. And they were none the wiser. They have no idea. I am about to destroy their entire home, drain it, and then use it to farm them for resources, get infinite prismarine, infinite sea lanterns. I think we're going to be using sea lanterns like we use torches, basically. So yeah, I'm going to take this sand, and I'm literally just going to fill in this. And it'll honestly look like pretty close to natural. I can't really see why it wouldn't. We just got to make sure and get into these little crevices and whatnot. And I'm going to do this real quick, and then I'll come back when I'm done, because I don't think it's very exciting to watch. Not very exciting to do, so I doubt it's exciting to watch. Yeah, we could have had way less sand than this, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. It's just sand. Easy to get, and it'll get used for glass anyways. And the divider. I need to quit forgetting about the divider. Yes, hello, buddy. This sand is just appearing. It's not coming from me. It's magic sand. Don't worry about it. It's completely... normal. All right, well, this is completely filled in, and honestly, it looks completely natural, and now we don't have a big gaping hole in the bottom of this thing, which is very nice. So, basically what I mean is that, you know, we're going to take, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 wide sections, and I'm just going to lay an entire line of sand across the whole thing, and that way, you can go on the side of the sand and just place sponge, and then go down a little bit, place sponge, down a little bit, rinse and repeat. That's why you want as many sponges as possible, because even those 2 stacks, they might not be enough. I don't know. But this is obviously like a very big area. It's going to look a lot bigger when it's drained, I think. It's kind of hard to even look at, even in third person. But yeah, I'm going to do the next step, which is building the walls around this thing. And while I have the glass on me, I might as well start doing that. I think it'd be easiest if I had this going. And then, yeah, we're just going to literally fill in these entire walls. So I will see you guys when that's done. That's going to be like a 30-minute to an hour process. I don't actually know how long it's going to take, but definitely a good bit. So wish me luck. All right, well, it's been about 20 minutes so far. I got one side completely done, probably the smallest side. I figured out it's 17.5% like aggro distance for each piece of armor. But so you can have 2 pieces of armor on and you're you're generally okay. I went through a whole inventory of glass doing this and then whatever portion of this one I have done, which is not that much. So I don't think we have enough glass, which if I have to get more, I'll get it off camera. Probably have to make a new shovel because our shovel is literally like, it doesn't have any durability left. It's probably going to break in the next few pieces of sand. But yeah, just wanted to give a little bit of an update. It's really not too bad, though. I'm glad we have those potions of invisibility. This would be worse than building a blaze farm if you did not have those. So I think it's kind of a necessity for one of these. Which is cool. I've literally never built one of these in all of my time playing Minecraft. So I'm super, super excited to have one of these for the first time. All right, back to the giant glass wall. I think this is the largest one. These other 2 are pretty small. This one just goes down kind of in the front. So the last 2 should be a little bit quicker. Hopefully they'll take a little bit less glass. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so I just came back from my 3rd trip of getting sand, and I did have to repair my shovel once, so I think we get a couple more repairs before Minecraft deems it is too expensive. This does not load at all when we're over there getting sand, but this should be enough. So now I'm going to sit here for a good bit, and when I come back, I should have more than enough glass. At least that's the hope. We'll see. Okay, so I just been manually putting sand in these things because I don't want to wait for them to take forever. Sometimes it takes a little bit for it to get from this chest into there, but over time, you know, this is still a good super smelter. It just can be a little delayed. I'm sure, actually, I know that a much faster way to do this is with minecart hoppers, and it's actually so much more efficient. I remember watching a video on it. Like, this is ridiculous to use this many hoppers. You could literally use a minecart hopper, just have one, like, go in the back, like you have one minecart hopper that just goes on the back of these that have, you know, this row of hopper. It just makes it so much easier. But we built it this way, and I completely forgot that minecart hoppers were a thing until now. But you see, it makes glass pretty dang quickly. So let's come back in like 5-10 minutes, and let's see how much it can make in that amount of time. Yeah, so in like 5 minutes, it's making, I don't know, like almost 30 stacks of glass. So definitely pretty good. All right, well, I'm going to finish this box around the ocean monument, and we might clear out all the kelp in there. I think that would help it look a little bit better, but I'm at least going to build that glass box real quick. Which I say real quick, it's going to take a little bit, but hey, that's what I signed up for with this ocean monument farm. We just got to get some more potions of invisibility and probably put up this stuff. I guess we don't need to have the space for it right now, but we will. That's the hope, is that we will get a surplus of glass going, but again, I don't think it runs when we're over there at the ocean monument. I think it actually is too far away. I don't know. Anyways, I'll come back when it's done. Well, look at that, guys. I haven't talked in a good bit. We got the whole thing filled in. One cool thing I noticed is that because this glass goes all the way from the, you know, surface to below there, it makes the sand down here look like it's like being lit up by daylight. I don't know. I thought that's pretty cool. I didn't really think about that, but yeah, I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in here and remove all of the kelp and whatnot, because it's just going to be a little like, I don't know, ugly and aggravating otherwise. As for how we're going to flatten this thing out, I don't know, but I at least want to drain it beforehand. Like, I don't want to, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm not sure when the live stream is going to be for that. Probably I'm going to announce that the next episode. Might be sometime this weekend. I really have no idea. I don't really have a plan for it, but yeah, between this episode and next, why do they attack the squids, man? But between this episode and next, all you're going to see me do is just have the kelp removed. And I'm not really sure what we're going to do next episode. I guess we'll just have to kind of figure that out. But thank you guys for watching the episode today. This was like an 8-hour recording day, so like a standard work day. So we got a lot done. We really did get a lot done. And we got lots of potions of invisibility and the stuff to make many, many more. We'll have to make many, many more. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. The secret code for today's episode is going to be 8236. So put that down in the comments below if you want to show me that you watched the entirety of today's video. Again, secret code 8236. Well, thank you guys very much for watching and for the support in this series. It's still been going absolutely amazingly. I appreciate you guys so very much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!